And the ads are done
Way.
because of that bullshit 5-minute ad break. Sorry about that, folks.
Welcome to the Warhammer painting stream, everyone. It's Wednesday. It's about 7 o'clock-ish, between 7 and 8.
Yes.
And we're going to be
We are
building some models.
very. Yes. Well, you are. I'm painting.
Indeed. I missed some bits there, so I actually have to paint that bit before I can stick it together. So that's fun.
Okay. Hang on.
But anyway, I'm assuming that we both know what we're both painting this week because it's a continuation from last week.
Yes.
Yeah, you are painting the Tonk.
Tonk. The Rogal Dorn.
That's the big Rogal Dorn. There it is. And I'll be actually gluing this bad lad together this week. Nice.
Annoyingly, I need to pop these. These are the track guards.
Yeah.
In some hot water for like 30 seconds before I can sort of mould them to fit, because they don't quite fit the top of the tracks.
Oh, that's a.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a friend of mine still getting used to his 3D printer, or at least he was at the time that he printed this. So, you know, he has printed it. He's done a lot more printing since then.
Indeed.
So he's worked out sort of the vagaries of his printing.
So I went to Liverpool and got some of this.
Nice.
Some Nuln oil after I spilled it all. Yeah. Yeah, the 3D printing's more of an art than a science, I think.
Kind of both. Kind of science is art sort of thing.
Yeah. I need some Abaddon Black.
I think the thing that I would really enjoy. So the whole science is art thing, right?
I need pliers. I could find some later, yeah. I might have some in the house somewhere. I think Bula's necklace is bent out of shape.
Oh no.
Good shame. Abaddon? Is that Abaddon? It is Abaddon.
Abaddon.
Right. So, yeah. I know. I've got a friend who does print various bits and pieces. He printed Sergeant Pugsley for me. Actually, it's not Pugsley. It's Sergeant Pugsworth. Sorry. Must get his name wrong. Indeed.
Does he bark with the same cadence as that one guardsman voice actor in Darktide?
Woof, 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 woof.
Don't mind me, will I frickin' bark?
Woof, woof.
I honestly, like, I really love the fact that they sort of chose English for Dark. I mean, I'm speaking for the English versions of Darktide.
Yeah.
I really love how they got like quite sort of different regional accents for the UK.
Yeah.
It's not just oh god, you know, I'm terribly sorry from Downton Abbey. I don't understand how things work.
I mean, to be fair, it was never going to be that one. It was always going to be the Cockney wide boy, wasn't it?
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people either go with, you know, East End of London, apples and pears. You know what I mean, love? Kind of sort of Danny Dyer kind of voice, or they go Downton Abbey, and that's the only two accents according to most game devs. But the fact they went with up north, go to Mill sort of voice as well.
Aye.
I thought it tickled me in a good way.
The best voice actor in Darktide is 100% the German Psyker.
Oh yeah, he absolutely. Did you play Black Ops Zombies?
No.
You didn't play Zombies in COD?
I didn't really play much COD. Black Ops 1 was the last Call of Duty I ever played. And I rage quit it and never went back.
Yeah. Well, the German Psycho reminds me of one of the German character in Zombies.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I liked Nazi Zombie Army. That was a good game.
What, the Sniper Elite one?
Yeah.
I struggle with it, so I'm a big fucking baby because
Okay.
there are certain things that really sort of freak me out, and zombies are one of them.
Okay.
Like, it's gonna sound weird, Z Nation, if you ever watch that.
I don't think I've ever seen that one, no.
I know it's on Netflix at the moment, so it has its serious moments, but it has like some absolute fucking comedy gold, and over the course of its existence, has really put like every zombie trope you can imagine into it,
Yeah.
and it's very slapstick in places, fucking heartbreaking in some places as well.
Yeah.
But at the same time, also just very slapstick. It's well worth a watch. You can sort of see that like each season is like a different zombie trope almost, but it's explained away in the universe as, well, you know, it's a virus. It's going to mutate. You know, flu mutates every year.
Yeah.
You know. So it's all about that. It has its moments where it's like super dumb, but also super funny at the same time, and
Yeah.
super serious. Serious fun is the best way to describe it.
Nice.
And like there's a bit where this, I think it's in the first season, where there's an old lad in it called Doc, and he's like your stereotypical sort of Vietnam War vet turned stoner hippie kind of character. And there's this bit where he's stuck. He's been like pushed down this air vent by this lunatic, basically, and he's in there with someone else who has been pushed down this air vent, but this person has also turned into a zombie. Whether they were bitten before they went in or whatever, we don't know. But there's a moment where they're both tangled up in the cabling inside this vent, and Doc's like, "Oh man, I don't want to fucking die here, man." And he's like, and he finds a alternative cigarette, shall we say, in one of his jackets, and starts. It's like, well, if this is going to be my last one, didn't think I was going to spend it with a Z. And he's blowing alternative cigarette smoke in this zombie's face, and the zombie's mellowing out,
Right.
like becoming quite like sort of sleepy and whatnot. Because at the end, because the sort of the generic basis is that while they are undead, if they're reasonably fresh, they still have some biological function, which obviously decays as time goes on.
I need to go and find something. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
I will. I'll be back shortly. I'm going to put you on just Cornish cam, and I will. I'm going to have to disappear for a sec. Apologies.
Not gonna lie, just Cornish camp sounds kind of dirty. Don't know whether I might pick me up then, but what I said was just Cornish camp sounds a little bit dirty. Wait for Buzz to get back and then I'll continue the story or the conversation. So how's everybody's week going? Is it going alright? Wednesday, middle of the week. You're feeling the joys of work. I need a smaller brush just to get into between the sponsoon and the hull there, or the smoke launchers and the sponsoon. Just realised I have to paint all this.
Okay. Right, I am officially back. Apologies for that, guys.
Welcome back.
Oh, had a slight jewellery emergency.
All sorted?
Yeah, just had to had to rip a clasp off something and repurpose it for something essential. Right, I can start building now. This is good news. I have done the little tiny bit of painting that I needed to do, and I can build one of them, null oil that, and then build the second one whilst I'm waiting for the null to dry. That's the plan. So, first things first, we put the face in the head. Okay. I don't know if I've made a mistake here.
Yeah.
Right, I think those two go together, so these two must go together. Essentially, I've taken this one to go with something else, and I'm not sure. Hey, Niall, welcome in. Enjoy your painting. I will. Can't stick around, so popped in to say hi. No worries, Niall. Thank you very much for popping in to say hi. Lovely to see you. Right, I'm going to shove that there. Oh, yeah, I had to go into Liverpool today to get more null oil. And yeah, it was nice. Nice to go during the work week. So I wasn't absolutely mentally busy. And yeah, it was good. Got myself a coffee and a sandwich. Had a little wander around.
What type of sandwich? I'm going to judge you for your sandwich choice now.
Is this Italian place? It's called the Italian Corner, and they do really nice pastrami sandwiches. They also do like
Oh, okay.
they do nice pork fat sandwiches, like proper pork ones, pork belly type. But I'm just like, I don't really like pork belly. It's too fatty for me. But yeah,
That's
no,
fair.
it was a good sandwich. It was good. It had sort of all sorts of cheese and stuff on it.
That's good, because if you said you got cheese in your sandwich, I would have not been happy.
No, go to Greg's for that sort of action. Yeah. Right, so I've got face. I need to put get the face before I stick it in.
So I had Greg's for the first time in a long time. Yeah, a few weeks ago.
Oh, I do love Greg's.
Yeah, like the things I got weren't. It's gonna sound silly. I got a sausage roll and a cheesy bean and cheese bake, or bean, cheese and sausage bake.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not overly enamored with this, but for the price I fucking paid for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck yeah.
Cheap and cheerful, and apparently Americans are in love with it.
Yeah, because despite it being Greg's, it's actual food.
Yeah. Like, oh my god, the sausage roll has actual sausage in it. Like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Does that shock you?
Well, I've said this for a long time that American food is lacking in one essential ingredient, which is the food.
Yeah, it's just packaged chemicals.
I mean, well, to be fair, there were some instances where we've had that, but we've sort of knuckled down on it as well.
Yeah.
And gone, hang on, actually.
Yeah, if Trump's,
let's roll it back and have actual food, shall we?
Yeah, if Trump's premiership had started less horrifically, pardon me, we might have been stuck with a lot of American foods. But luckily, it did start horrifically, so that all of that negotiation fell apart very quickly.
Well, same with the fucking health insurance companies.
Yeah, exactly.
Wanted to get in on the NHS action as well.
Yeah, the privatisation of the NHS is very much on hold now, which is probably the best thing that Trump's done for us.
Yeah, well, I don't know about on hold, but
Well, they're not selling them to America anymore, which were pretty much the only buyers. So that's good. I think that head can go in there. Nice. Body with face. I need to shove one of these sticky uppy bits on, which I haven't painted. It's probably going to be the only non-painted section of the model. Right. So
that's something at least.
Exactly. That's good. That can go there. Have something to paint when it's done. You absolutely having a giraffe. Are you having a giraffe?
Have you seen Adolescence?
I have not. I've heard it's good.
It is good. Just ignore all the vitriol on the internet about it. It is good.
Okay.
Because the Manosphere are getting upset over it.
Okay. Well, why?
Because they're claiming that it's whitewashing.
Right.
So they're claiming that it's based on the horrific Southport stabbing.
Right.
If you remember.
I do remember that.
Which is...
I've got family in Southport, and they were very upset at the time. In fact, one of my relatives works in a nursery, and she knows one of the kids involved.
Oh, that's just a whole other layer of tragedy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're claiming that what happened in Adolescence is based on the Southport attacker, but they're changing the race of the person involved from black to white to make it look as if it's to make it look like as if white people are bad. This is what the Manosphere is claiming.
Oh, nice.
Like, that's cool and all if you believe that, but you know, what happens in adolescence doesn't involve toddlers or very young children. It involves teenagers.
Yeah.
So it's not anything to do with the Southport attack.
Yeah, plus, you know, you can take inspiration from real-world events, but change things?
Well, that's the thing, like, because I think it was, I don't know if you can pronounce it Stefan or Stephen.
Stefan.
Graham. You know, you ever watch, you know, This Is England? Stephen Graham.
Yes, I have. Oh, he's the Scouser, isn't he?
Yeah.
Stephen, yeah.
It is Steve, okay.
Yeah. He played Al Capone in Boardwalk Empire, and that was the worst American accent I've ever seen, and I loved it.
I mean, yeah, but, you know, you also got Scouts trying to do America.
Yeah, that's true.
No offence.
Nice change. Yeah, then the other way around, doesn't it?
Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, but he wrote it.
Yeah. Okay.
Or at least I think he wrote it. Or the person that did write it worked quite heavily alongside Stephen in order to write it.
Yeah.
And they've come out and said, like, the main writer or the main producer has come out and said, like, we haven't really taken inspiration from any one event. We've taken inspiration from a culmination of events that we're seeing.
Yeah, so it's just a general vibe rather than an actual situation.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Like, I know a couple of people who work in education around the age of the kids involved in adolescence, and they're like, yeah, we're like, this is before even doing adolescence. This is before adolescence were thinking. So yeah, we're seeing like some proper like warning signs amongst our sort of teenage boy or preteen boys when it comes to, you know, certain things.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Something to worry about.
But yeah, it is something to worry about. But I think it's really hard to describe because, you know, I'm not a dad.
Yeah.
I'm not a dad with a teenager, so I can't fathom what it's like to raise a kid in this day and age. Not that I ever want to raise a kid, to be honest.
Yeah, but the whole situation with, like, you know, basically a fictional event that's similar to a thing that happened in real life. There's just a lot of terminally online people who need to shut the fuck up and get over it. Basically, they're the sort of people who will get really annoyed at, like, the Little Mermaid sting someone other than a white woman in the role of Ariel. He's like, well, shut the fuck up. It's a fucking storybook. And she's not white. She's a fucking mermaid. She's our fish.
You don't take issues with the fish part, just the colour of the human part. Alright, okay, lad. Go boy your head.
Yeah. Clearly, you don't have enough to worry about in life. So you're making shit up.
It's just, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I know I've been mad at things on the internet before.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I've realised that the problem lies with me.
Yeah.
You know, like, I used to get annoyed with...
Go on.
I used to get annoyed with certain things, like, especially as a teenager.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not
as teenagers,
proud.
We're very susceptible to that sort of shit, you know?
Yeah, but I'm talking like 18, 19, not like 13, 14.
Well, you know what? It it takes a lot to grow, and some people never do. So, one of one of the better content creators on YouTube that I quite enjoy. There's a dude called Sean. Lives around my neck of the woods in Merseyside. And he was very open in a video saying that he was basically an incel. And then he went on to like chat rooms and stuff to and he openly says he did it to target people. But then he started chatting with them and started learning about them, and having discussions with them, and learned that they were also people. And sometimes it takes a lot of courage to admit that what you've fought up until this point is wrong,
Yeah.
So I would never beat anyone up for saying I used to have horrific views, because if you don't hold them currently, you've grown as a person.
Yeah, like people could change. Like I used to be very much in the I've been nice to the women in my life. Why don't they want to date me and stuff like that. I was really into that, and then I don't know what triggered it.
Yeah,
but I kind of woke up one day.
It is growing
and
up.
I honestly, I was about 19 when this happened.
Yeah,
and I kind of woke up one day, went to get out of bed, and I just stopped and sort of just went through every conversation that I ever had with any of the people in my life who were women, who I enjoyed spending time with, but I realised I was spending time with them because I wanted, physical intimacy.
Yeah.
And Mum came home, because Mum had already gone out for the day because I woke up late.
Yeah.
And Mum came home and she found me she kind of found me just sat in my chair in my room, and she's like, "You're right." I went, "Yeah, I think so." And she went, "Are you sure you're okay? Because you got a look of like not being here."
Yeah.
I went, "Yeah. Have you eaten today?" "No." "Oh, why haven't you eaten today?" And I went, I just went, "I've just replayed every conversation I've ever had with one of my female friends in my head." And she went, "Okay." And I went, "I've been such a cunt."
Yeah. It's the are we the baddies conversation, but internally.
Yeah, like honestly, I spent a good 8 hours just disassociating in my room, pretty much immediately upon waking up, and realised that I was the problem.
The rude awakening, and some people, rather than growing and realising they've been wronged, like you did, they will lash out and get even and double down on it.
Yeah.
Some people do that. They can't accept that they were wrong.
But yeah, it was mad. It genuinely was, and
it's a bad time.
yeah. It wasn't a bad time, because I really just started being like, yeah, we're gonna hang out, and I need to stop. I think the thing for me was I kept going on about the friend zone without realizing that I was also. I kept going on about women putting me in the friend zone without realizing I was putting them in. Let's be honest, the fuck zone.
Yeah. It's kind of a fallacy, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, it is a little bit,
And it's something that I would say some people tell themselves to make themselves feel better about, the fact that basically the person doesn't want to fuck them.
Yeah, and I realised that I was basing all of my interactions off of that, and I realised that, these are people who actually invite me out to things as well. So I was like, right, I need to fucking change.
Yeah.
And I went and hung out with the same group of friends, because in our friend group at the time we had a couple of single women.
Yeah.
And I think at the time, none of us are really hitched to anybody, at least not seriously. And they were like, and they came to me and said, "Oh, you're acting different. What's changed?" And I went, like I just kind of went. I kind of disassociated, or I kind of like just daydreamed for like 8 hours the other day because I didn't know the word. I didn't know disassociate or the meaning for it. It's like, okay, and I realized that I've not been a nice guy to like my female friends. Yeah. So I don't want to say girlfriends because that implies something.
Yeah,
but, you know, they were my friends who were girls, and they were like, okay, and I'm like, yeah, and I honestly say it to them, almost had me in fucking tears.
Damn.
Because I was that sort of shocked by my own behaviour, almost like coming to the realization about my own behaviour.
It's a rough conversation to have with yourself.
Yeah, it is. You know, and I was just like, yeah, I realised that I've been basing my interactions off expecting certain things from like you guys. Because don't get me wrong, like it's going to sound silly, but two of the women in my friendship circle at the time, I was kind of crushing really hard on. And I was just like, I'm a fucking idiot. Like, just I've been basing all of my interactions based on whether or not we're gonna, you know, whether or not we're gonna have sex. And they kind of looked at me and said, "Yeah, we kind of figured that." And I went, "Yeah." And they were like, "Oh, what brought this on?" I go, "I have no idea. I don't know." I honestly, and I explained it as I did to you. So I literally went to go out of bed, and then it just suddenly hit me, and I just stared in my room for like 8 hours, just staring off into the bookcase, like, what the fuck have I been doing?
It's a very necessary but difficult conversation to have with yourself.
Yeah, but again, to this day, I have no idea what triggered it. It just happened.
Well, I'm glad it did.
Oh, me too. Jesus Christ. Can't imagine what it'd be like if I still had to maintain that behaviour. Oh, yeah. I know. I would say I knew where I'd be, but considering that I've been quite staunchly anti-fascist my entire life, I think I would have ended up at this conclusion anyway, just a lot later in life.
Yeah. Well, I came across a very online person as well today. As I was walking through town today, I was overtaken by someone ranting to himself. About people wearing masks. I did not see a single mask. He was like, "Oh, it's a bloody lovely day. Well, why is everyone wearing bloody masks?" Oh, like literally talking to himself loudly, walking through a crowd, and you're just like, "Are you all right, mate? Do you need assistance? Is your hand somewhere?"
But Nurse, he's out of bed again.
Yeah. Oh, dearie me.
But yeah, like and because of that sort of experience I've had with myself, well, okay, the reason I brought that up is because I also watched The Walk-In, which also has Stephen Graham in it.
Oh, nice.
Now, The Walk-In is based on real events. It's based on somebody who was deep in what is now the banned, quite rightly, terrorist organisation, as it's been classified by the government, National Action.
Yeah.
Do you remember them? Yeah.
The National Front was similar.
Well, there's two. There's two. There's the National Front, the National Action, and the BNP.
Yeah.
National Action, I think. I don't know if. I don't know if the National Front has been banned. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And it's about somebody who actually worked quite high up in the ranks of National Action.
Yeah.
Who sort of gets cold feet about some of the things that are being discussed in terms of what they should do next, and turns to the character that Stephen Graham is portraying, which is Matthew Collins.
Yeah.
Who used to be deep into the National Front, and then started informing on them to the police or to an anti-fascist magazine. And basically got a lot of people put behind bars, which obviously didn't really do him any good.
Yeah.
Like on a personal level.
It's important not to get the National Front and the National Trust mixed up. They're very, very different organisations.
I mean, you say that, but there's also.
Oh, I'm sure there's a crossover in membership.
And I shit you not, there is, and I quote, a Padstow Defence League.
Oh my god. Who wants to defend that place? Fucking hell.
Well, what they want to do is they want to restore it to its former glory before Rick Stein opened up like 12 fucking restaurants in it.
Right. Well, when they say former glory, they mean a time that never existed. Fucking hell. This imaginary time where all white people lived in harmony.
No, it's not that, it's not that. It's specifically against Rick Stein, that's the brilliant thing.
Do you know what? That's a defence league I can get behind, to be fair.
I mean, yeah,
we don't want all of these fancy fucking restaurants. Just let's have a Greg's and a Curry House and a Chinese, and that's it.
Yeah, but the thing is as well is that one woman was quoted as she was willing to wear a suicide vest for the cause. In Rick Stein, to one of Rick Stein's restaurants. Like, love, no, don't do that, don't.
That's like the most useless suicide bombing in history.
Yeah, and she was arrested by police and questioned upon it, and they released.
They
released it. She said, "Well,
rob a nice fish restaurant."
Yeah, well,
oh dear me.
Like she obviously never went through with it.
Yeah.
But she said, well, we're going to do it during daytime, love. We'll do it at night when there's nobody there.
At night, the time when restaurants are mostly the most busy. Unless no. Night.
No, she wanted to do it at night, so she wouldn't hurt people. But she was happy to walk in with a suicide vest to blow herself up inside the restaurant at night.
How'd you get in if there's no one there? Silly cow.
I mean, have you seen the doors to a restaurant? They're not exactly Fort Knox.
Oh fuck! Oh, cunt wank. Twat.
Most of them would just take a good old tug with a crowbar
there
to get it through the front door. You know, but it was just sort of really funny. Just sort of like, don't get me wrong, like, I know some people, and I know you're going to watch this, Loranis. I know you're going to watch this VOD back. I know how much you like to bang on about the fact that I'm apparently culturally appropriating Cornish culture, Mr. I was born in Indonesia.
DL. That was a very pointed remark.
Yeah, well, they're very I mean, it is banter. It is banter, but he knows who he is. It's all in good fun. Like, but yeah, I'm sorry.
Carry on.
But yeah, there was a time where, you know, I was the Cornish guy amongst the amongst what was at the time my primary friend group. Except for that, I think the closest person that came within our group that lived anywhere near me was like originally from Gloucester but had moved to London like 3 years beforehand, sort of thing. So really, the closest people that lived to me were either in Cardiff or London. So I was the Cornish man, or the Cornishman. So there's always jokes about, you know, sort of rah Cornish, Cornish independence after you've had a pasty and a cup of tea, sort of thing. I think the red is done on this bit, which is good.
Oh, I have
no idea what I'm going to do for these.
Stealthsuit here.
Yeah, I say that. It's just to see a little bit more I need to do. I have no idea what I'm going to do with these barrels, and I don't want to do them red. I might do them green.
Why aren't they? They could be metal barrels.
I mean, they could, but I'm also going to be doing a lot of metal anyway, so I want something just to sort of break up the red and metal.
Black barrels or fuel?
Yeah, but like starting from a black primer, doing black is quite hard to paint. Like if I was
colour.
From painting black on black? Yeah. Nah, I think I'll do green.
It's fine.
Yeah, I think I'll do green. Do a bit of green.
Alright, that is a think that's a complete stealth suit. I think there's something I could put on the back. In fact, there is a thing that I should be putting on the back, apparently. I think it's this thing? Yes, that thing there. Like a laser pointer.
Where's me? There it is.
It's also not been painted yet, so... Ooh, hiss. Right, there we go. Oh, I got a gut punch today.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, you're taking the ring off completely.
Yeah, I'm trying to clear all the fucking red dried paint around the rim.
You're rimming that part.
I'm rimming the pot.
Yeah, I got a gut punch on the internet today. Tekken 3 was released 27 years ago today.
Oh, don't do that. I mean, to be fair, I was 5. So, I didn't have my first PlayStation yet.
Yeah. So, yeah, Tekken 3, 27 years old. That made me feel tremendously old.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance is 20 years. Dark Alliance 2 is 20 years old this year. And it still holds up, and it's a perfect game ever. I will hear no questions. Thank you. Bye bye.
Right. Obviously, the glue had already dried on the waist, so I need to get more glue. I dropped him. I was getting him in the right position. There we go. Additional glue. Oh god, that glue has dripped everywhere. That's not great. Whatever. Same difference. It'll look fine.
That should actually close now.
I need to hold this because it's got a significant amount of glue on it. Oh no, I think it's good. Could really have the camera up here. There we go. Right. There's one stuck together. Little boy. Little stealth suit. So he's in a. I quite like the pose. The pose is nice. He's firing his gun. He's leaning forwards. You see the glue just dripping there like he's pissed himself.
Yeah, that happens. Right, I'm just gonna go rinse all the red off my gloves. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna grab some of this glue with this tissue. I don't want it to fill these little sections. With cotton bud, to be honest, but never mind. That'll do. Alright, nice. I think I managed to get it out of the crevices. Beautiful. Right. Oh yeah, need to put the autofocus back on. As you guys can see. Lovely. So, I need to paint this model a little bit more, and then we're going to null and oil it, and then I'm going to stick the other one together. Lovely. Let's do that. Let's move it backwards a little bit. Because I think I'm going to paint the bits that I need to put glue onto the other model as well. It's just this one. Just that more than anything else. Right, I need the XV88. Wherever that's gone. Wherever that's gone. In here somewhere. Right. Shift that. So, I don't need Balthazar. I'm going to need some lead belcher. I've got some here. That's brand spanking new. I think I can get away with using that one still, I think. Or is it this one? That's Mechanicum. That's definitely not lead belcher. Oh, damn it. I've got not enough room and too much shit. Ah. Okay.
I am back.
Okay. Let me put the multicam on again. There we go. What's that? That's Dark Reaper. So I need Corn Red, Lead Belcher, XV88. I'll have the white out just in case. Wait. Okay. Let's do the XV88 bits. Very tiny amounts of extra painting to be done before I null. Okay. I think this paint is a little bit too watered down. Jeez.
Well, you may remember our Lord and Saviour's wisdom. You know, always thin your paints.
Indeed. Otherwise, you will have your model screaming on a YouTube video.
I'm really sad that Brother Afuso got hit with the cease and desist by GW.
The video
Emperor
still
has to
exists.
take. Yeah, but he's not making any more though because of it.
Oh.
Yeah, I got hit pretty hard with the cease and desist letter.
Why?
Because it's GW.
I mean, yeah, but why? It was a fun video that people enjoyed. That was both instructive and hilarious.
I know. I do like the fact that Magnus is in it. It's just a massive book nerd that has no friends.
Back you down to the couch.
Hey,
God, we've got a dog who is very very fat.
right.
She's putting weight on. She's a little chonker, and we're bullying her. It's not working. So I'm going to put her on a diet.
There was a
I'm going to run her around.
there was a dude who lost like 20 stone because he was massive. He was
Yeah.
just huge, and he lost 20 stone because one of his mates took to call, texting him every morning saying "fat cunt." He fucking did it though.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good friend or a bad friend. Either way, it worked.
Yeah, it did work.
Nice. I don't think it... I don't think
So
she
we
knows
should
what
do-
you're saying.
What, the dog?
Yeah. Yeah, she just likes it when we're talking at her. She doesn't understand that we're calling her a fat cunt. There we go. So that's the brown bits painted.
And this is why I put a parental advisory warning on my channel, because apparently some people find that word incredibly offensive, even in this day and age.
That's American.
It's almost-
fine, don't worry about it.
Yeah, so it's almost like you haven't met fucking Australians.
Exactly. Or, well, I mean, I think we use the word as much, if not more, than Australians. Australians do use it a lot, but, you know...
They popularised it. They
Yeah.
popularised the use, and we just took it as ours because reasons.
Yeah, they use it entertainingly. We just use it all the time. Both a term of endearment and an insult, and just a verb. It's a proper noun sometimes.
I think my favourite use of it is there's a video on the internet. I don't know who's done it, and it's a couple of it's quite old way internet standards now. Whereas this guy looking at somebody goes, he's Australian, and he goes, "You need to stop being such a." And then there's like a drum track, and he goes, draws a square with his fingers, and when he finishes, goes, "Can't." It's like one of the best videos.
Yeah.
I've used that on people who don't understand it. I'm like, "Oh, you uncultured swine."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was peak Vines. That was.
Possibly.
I need this to paint these bits here. I might actually get the model that I've already painted and just do a little bit of lead belcher in there because I spotted a couple of bits that I missed last time I did this.
Oh.
It's alright. It just needs the lead belcher bits shining up. That's all it needs. And it's done. Nice. Sweet.
I need this.
Midgets on steroids.
Sorry?
Yep. Like
Is that what you're listening to right now?
No, it's just like a nice musical interlude every now and then. Thought it was an acceptable musical interlude. There we go. Right, I need the inside of the arm doing. I should have painted this before I stuck them together. Was a whole point of sprue painting, but I missed a bit, but it's fine. Okay. Nice, I've got some Command and Conquer music going on. Oh, bollocks. That wasn't right.
Just put your paintbrush and glue, have you?
No, it was brown paint, so I've just mixed some silver with some brown there. I need to clean my brush before going back into the silver. And I'm going to have to redo that again when it's dried. When it's actually dry.
Yeah.
Right, where's the silver blob? There it is. Lead belcher, dun dun dun. He's the man who belches lead.
I thought we were going to go into Blue River then.
Oh no, I was going with the James Bond theme.
Yeah, but the way you said lead belcher is also like Blue River.
Goldfinger. He's the man who fingers gold. What?
FYI, I got an ad break coming up in about 2 minutes.
My advert break is in progress.
Oh,
Yes.
joy.
Joyful. Yeah, we were trying to sync them up today. It didn't work, sadly. Never
No,
mind.
it might have something to do with how often you have them on.
Mine's every hour. Once an hour
I'll have
for
to
3
check.
minutes.
I will have to check. I think mine are once an hour, but I'll have a look.
Yeah, I think they are. It's just yours started for some reason after a 3-minute delay, which was a pain in the dick.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well, thank you for Twitch for telling me about advertiser-friendly content guidelines.
Who's doing that?
Twitch.
Oh, well, Twitch can suck a nut.
And yet here we are.
Indeed.
What am I doing?
Advertise on this, motherfuckers!
Oh, yeah, ads. Monetization, ads.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh yeah, I
I got 3 minutes per hour, but I think for some reason mine wants run an ad break every 60 seconds. 60 minutes.
yeah.
Jesus.
So,
60 seconds, fuck me.
They are technically completely synced up, but yours run directly after mine.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's fine. It is what it is. I don't think I've got any adverts on YouTube. Or at least I don't make any money off it, so... If YouTube people want to support me, there is a Ko-fi link over there.
I built a Patreon page like years ago,
Oh, no,
and
no.
I just haven't.
Yeah,
I just haven't published it.
honestly, I did publish mine for like a couple of weeks, and then I felt embarrassed, and I had to turn it off. Oh dear.
What's wrong with Patreon?
It was before I was even affiliate. So
I did mine after I hit affiliate.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh well, I can't make any money off Twitch yet, so let's build a little Patreon page. And I was like, am I seriously asking people for money for this shit? Come on, I'm still learning. So I thought of it as a situation where I'll re-enable it if and when people decide say that they would like to support me using that. But until then, I've got there's plenty of monetization on my channel, enough. People have got enough subscriptions and shit.
I was offering it as a because of the whole affiliates only get 50% sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
I was offering it as an alternative because Twitch, I think there was one point Twitch wanted to take more than that from affiliates, and it's okay, only 1% of all your streamers are actually partners and get the 70-30 or 80-20, whatever it is, ratio. So you're literally, there are thousands of streamers who are not that who are quite big, but they don't meet the partner requirements for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So that would massively affect their income and whatnot.
Yeah.
For some people, it's not so bad. I know there's, as far as I'm aware, there's one guy I like to watch on occasion.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're talking about this on Twitch, because saying that in any other context would just sound weird. There's a guy I like to watch. Anyway.
Indeed.
Called Flambass. He was primarily a World of Warships streamer, but has sort of drifted more to... He hasn't played War Thunder in a while, but he did do that for a while, but it's mainly Escape from Tarkov and a few other bits. He still does the occasional... I think he does one stream or one segment of a stream a week with World of Warships, but he really doesn't like where the game has gone.
World
so
of
a lot of...
Nice.
Yeah, World of Warships. A game I have taken an oath never to play again. Yeah, no, honestly. So I was... On my main account, I was mostly a free-to-play person, with occasionally buying some premium time.
Yeah.
And I mained the British. I went through all of the British cruisers, I went through all the British battleships, I went through all the British destroyers, and I had just started going through the British aircraft carriers.
Nice, okay.
And I got the Conqueror, which was the tier 10 British ship. So you go from tier 1 to tier 10.
Yeah.
I finally got the Conqueror, and I finally earned enough experience and credits to buy the 18-inch gun upgrade.
Okay.
Because the Conqueror, in what's called stock, so how it acts when you first buy it is called stock. So you got no upgrades on it, no nothing. And I think it had 3 upgrades. One was to its secondary battery, one was to its AA, I think, and one was for its main guns. And the Conqueror started with 4 turrets, with 3 barrels apiece, 3 guns apiece, 16-inch guns. And its upgrade was 4 turrets with 2 18-inch guns apiece. Nice. So you went from 3, 6, 9, 12. You went from 12 guns to 8 guns, but they were bigger and they did more high explosive damage.
Yeah.
And that was sort of the Conqueror's thing. The Conqueror's thing was, I'm going to set you on fire and keep you on fire all game because reasons.
Indeed.
That was the Conqueror's big thing. And the 18-inch guns had a ridiculously high fire chance. Ridiculously high. Then Wargaming took the 18-inch guns off of the Conqueror, just removed them entirely.
Oh, good.
And put them on the Thunderer, which is basically, here is the Conqueror, but you pay real money for it.
Oh, good. I love it when they do that.
Yeah, they refunded me the Silver Lions. Mm-hmm. No, that's War Thunder. They refunded me the silver credits. The in-game currency, not the premium currency, the in-game currency that you earn.
Okay.
They refunded me that for the cost of the 18-inch upgrade. I went, I'm done.
Yeah. No.
I spent so fucking long getting up to tier 10 and getting those upgrades. I'm done. I'm fucking sick of it.
Yeah. That sounds like
I know, and
a dick move.
It is a dick move, because here's the thing. Wargaming hates the British.
Okay.
Almost anything British they introduce is shit.
Oh, dear.
Or what they'll do is that they'll bring it into the game. They'll make it really overpowered. Go, oh, it's performing too well, so we're going to nerf it. And they just did that consistently. They did that with all the British light cruisers. They did that with all the British battleships, and they started doing it to the aircraft carriers and the destroyers and the heavy cruisers when they're introduced. I haven't played the British heavy cruiser line because I at that point I just threw my hands up and went, I'm done. Never playing this game again.
A valid rage quit right there, I would say.
Yeah. And it's just like, oh yeah, but at the same time, like they took the 18-inch guns off the Conqueror, put them on the Thunderer, and then went, oh yeah, here's this Russian battleship that David never made it off the drawing board, that can one-shot you from 32 kilometers away. Because the Soviet Navy had such a strong fucking navy in World War II. Because that's the point. These ships are supposed to be World War II era.
Yeah.
And yeah, they just went, yep, no, we're going to have this. It was called the Patiba, or Padiba, or something like that. And it was just stupid. It really was. Like, in almost every other game, the British have accuracy. They may not have the strongest armor, they may not be the fastest, they may not have the best sort of gun performance, but what they have is accuracy.
Yeah.
And Wargaming went, yeah, nah, the ships are going to not hit anything at all.
Wow.
The one good ship they did release was the HMS Warspite.
Okay.
Because they left that untouched since it was released.
Okay.
Because I had that ship and it was so funny.
I think I've only ever really sort of rage quit out because of monetization a couple of games in the past. One of them was MechWarrior Online.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
When they introduced clan mechs, they basically made inner sphere mechs unusable. Because the clan mechs were just way overpowered. And you had to pay real money for them at first. And the cost of them in game was just such. The grind was. It was so bad.
Yeah.
I ended up breaking and spending a bit of money on a Direwolf pack, and I kind of regret that because I don't know. It left a real sour taste in my mouth, and my favourite mechs were non-competitive for the longest fucking time, and still aren't, in a lot of cases. So yeah, just annoying.
I think they have sort of really cracked down, to be honest. They have released so there are chassis buffs now.
They had the quirk system that they introduced just to try and make Innisphere mechs competitive, but they haven't worked that much because the clan weaponry is just far superior. So it's just like you're supposed to. But the main problem they did that with MechWarrior Online, if you'll indulge my rant.
You just heard mine, so I can't not indulge yours.
Yeah, when the second they turned it from 8v8 to 12v12, that's when the game broke for me. Because they didn't adjust to the damage that guns did. So assault mechs were basically completely nerfed because you get in line of 12 mechs, basically you're dead immediately. The second you come out, you're dead. Which basically means that the whole job of an assault mech, which is charging towards the enemy and just tanking the shots, that basically was rendered ineffective. And brawling assault, which are my favourite to play, I had a King Crab that had double AC-20s and it had double snub PPCs,
Ooh.
And it just walked towards the enemy scarily. When it was 8v8, I don't think the king crab was in there, but I used to use me Atlas for the same purpose. And yeah, it was just so good back in the day. Because, you know, whilst I don't know, 8v8 was just better, and because they never they didn't rebalance it basically for the 12v12, and yeah, it just doesn't matter what mech you were in. If you came around the corner and you saw a bunch of enemies, you were dead immediately. Second that happened, you were dead. Now, that shouldn't be the case in an assault mech. Assault mechs should be able to tank it. You know what I mean? To some extent. And it just meant that brawling assaults were just... There was no point in them anymore. And I can't... I just don't like long-ranged assault mechs, you know. The only one I can get away with is my Stalker, because my Battle Melon, my trusty Battle Melon, and he had all of the LRMs, and yeah, so he performed quite well, but everything else, it was just blue laser heaven, you know. You just you turn a corner and you get hit by about 40 fucking blue lasers and you're dead immediately. Like, oh, okay. Well,
yeah, but
that fucking sucks.
The thing is that they're like... don't get me wrong, I understand frustration. There were times I've walked around a corner and like the first shots have like ripped my Atlas in half.
Yeah.
But I've not been caught straight away, but I've come close to it and I've lost like a torso. And it does suck, and I do find it irritating.
And yeah, an Atlas shouldn't be dismantled in seconds. Doesn't matter what it's up against. Even, you know, Atlas on Atlas should be a protracted battle. That should be two big boys smacking each other for a good 30 seconds. And it's not. And that's what killed it for me. When they,
the other thing as well, what I've found, it has been that, you know, like you said, you tend to find that you walk around the corner, you get hit by like 8 large lasers. Yeah, but that dude's got to spend like 2 minutes cooling off, or spend a lot of money on cool shot in order to be ready again. Is what I found, because I've been in those battles where somebody's got like 8 light PPCs and just absolutely destroys one mech, but it's almost suicidal to a degree.
Yeah, no, but people will, you know, they'll chain their shots, but it's the fact that there's 12 mechs doing it, because everyone had the same fucking build, because that was the fucking meta. Everyone's got fucking 4 large lasers and they can fire them constantly, and it does my head in. And people have got no imagination.
I think you need to see my one of my Atlas builds, because it's dumb but funny.
Yeah, I mean, I did try to compete in the with the new meta. I had a Night Gyre, I think it was, that had 4 Gauss rifles.
Ooh.
And jump jets, and I would just basically jump into the sky and just one-shot motherfuckers, because you know, Gauss rifles are they're heat neutral, and fucking brilliant. It was good, but like, you needed to be accurate, and if you weren't, obviously you were dead.
Yeah.
I did use the blue laser to an extent, because I had to try, and I had an Ebon Jag that had shitloads of blue laser. I don't even remember how many it was, but yeah. So it is what it is. But I like an AC-20. My favorite gun is an AC-20. Basically, the whole blue laser meta made it so I would never get in range to use it, and that is a shame. I like to get into face range with my assault mechs and start bumping away. I like to get stuck in and have a brawl, and that was impossible. So I stopped.
I think the sort of true tragedy is the fact that you can't get Inner Sphere mixed to melee.
Yeah, and I love my King Crab, and there was a couple of matches where I managed to do it, but they were the exception. Most of the time, if you didn't get in there, like, you had to be clever with your movement. But, if you got spotted early, it was just LRMs, blue lasers, everything just kicking your dick off. And you're just like, okay, this is not fun. Just an entire team with fucking blue lasers, just fucking no. So I ended up, I started rage quitting matches because I saw the enemy team and was like, nah, fuck this. And I got banned for like a week. Because I kept quitting matches, and I was like, nah, I'm fucking done.
Yeah, that's fair.
I want to play the game. I don't want to sit behind buildings for fucking half an hour.
I think the sort of counter to that is, so I bought back when I was playing it a lot, and I was playing it a lot on stream at the time. I bought the Solaris Gladiator pack.
Yeah.
Which had a bit of a mix of Inner Sphere and Clan mechs.
Yeah.
But one of the Inner Sphere mechs you got was Street Cleaner. Street Cleaner is an urban mech.
Yes. The mighty dustbin.
Yeah, I ripped everything out of it. Gave it laser AMS, stealth armor,
nice.
ECM, double heat sinks, and the biggest engine I could fit in it.
Nice.
It goes 100 kph in an urban mech.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's glorious.
I give it 3 variable small pulse lasers. And you chain them, and you just do not build up heat. I think I held the trigger down for one match for 5 minutes.
Nice.
And even while using stealth armor, I got to like 40 heat.
I don't even know if the VPLs were in the game when I rage quit.
No, I think that added about 18 months ago, 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, my Irby was very different. My Irby was a turret. It had 2. I think it was 2. Was it UAC 20s, or was I don't know if I was able to. Anyway, it was 2 significant AC 20s. It had no range, and it just plodded. And if something came around the corner and saw it, it was gone, and it was amazing.
Yeah. But the thing is, as well, is that everyone goes, "Oh, it's just an urban mech." But the thing is you can just sit there. I've sat behind assault mechs and sat there and just shot at their back armor, and they either ignore me because they're too focused on what they're doing, or they go, it's only I'm only taking a little bit of damage. It's fine. And then a few minutes later, they look down and go, "Oh shit, I've got no armor on my back. Fuck." Because they don't quite realise how much damage those small lasers do over a period of time.
Right, I have this bad lad. He is
Nice.
fully nulled. He's glued together, and then when it's finished nulling, when the null is dry, I will tidy it up and make it whole.
Are you going to do something about the lenses, or are you just going to leave them silver?
The lenses? Do you mean the face?
Yes.
I don't know. I usually just leave them silver, but I suppose I could make it red, I guess.
Do you? Oh, well, I was thinking of doing a different colour than red, because you already got red on the model.
Could have green. That would work.
Green could work. I find doing, if you got a strong green wash. Yeah, a leasing could work if you put a wash over, like a green wash over it, if you got one.
I've got War Boss as well somewhere. There it is, War Boss. A nice green. And I do have this green wash here, the Baltan green.
Yes.
So
very green, that one.
Yeah, so I could just do a little blob of that on the light.
I did just because it like hang on, let me go grab one of my armatures. I'll be right back. No need to change cameras. I'll be like 10 seconds.
No one can pull me right now.
Oh god. Right, there you go. Right, it's time to glue the other one together now. I'm sure I've just robbed one of my Space Marines bases, but it's fine. I've got the base in the combat patrol somewhere. Oh, I love this little tiny piece of sprue that's like attached to this these legs that just isn't connected to anything else. No idea why that's like that, but
That'll be where they started injecting the plastic into the mold to make the sprue.
oh, I see.
Yeah. Or that'll be like the end of it.
Yeah.
You know what this is the beginning of the end. So I've got my armature here,
Oh, yes.
and just to make the face pop a little bit,
Yeah. A little bit of blue.
I've done. Yeah, so the rest of the model is like bone and green with gold with a little bit of red, but then those eyes I did, to be honest.
Yeah.
I did the whole face silver for the metal, and then I did grey on the eyes, and then followed by white scar,
Nice.
and then Talasar blue over the top.
Nice.
Yeah. So just something like that, just so it's just something a bit different, so it doesn't sort of blend in with the rest of the model.
Yeah. The other option I've got color-wise would be orange. I have a very big, a very bright orange.
What, wash or paint?
Paint. And I also have. I could shove Igrex over the top of it. In fact, no. I think I've got some orange wash as well. Actually, let me just get these legs attached to this base.
I did that with my Krieg.
Yeah.
So like my Krieg are very French, as you've seen.
Oui, oui.
So red trousers, blue, two-tone blue greatcoat.
Wild Rider.
So I use. But the lenses on my
there's the
Krieg,
orange.
I did.
Yugen Orange or whatever it's called.
Ooh.
Yugen
But
Orange.
for my Krieg's lenses on my gas mask, I did Fire Dragon Bright.
Oh, nice.
So it's very bright, but it works really well.
Yeah.
Just give me 1 second, I'll grab yet another model.
Ooh. I am leaning towards the orange actually, because I think it thematically goes. The green would be a bigger contrast, and I do have a blue that I could use if I wanted to go blue. Oh god, that's split, isn't it? Flippin' heck. Ooh.
And I'm back.
I've got a blue here as well that could work, but that is split as fuck. It's gonna need a lot of shaking.
Yeah, 1 second to try and get a better light. So you can actually see it.
I'm not fapping. You can hear the noise.
Let's see if I can get this to show up properly without it
There you
being
go.
stupid.
Oh, there you
And
go.
if I bring the exposure down a little bit. There you go.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that's what I did for the lenses. Not very well, mind, because the lenses are actually bloody tiny.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so
So
the rest
I've
of
got
them all.
3 options. I've got an orange, I've got a green, and I've got a blue.
Okay,
I've got options.
very good option. I would go with either green or orange, like bright orange.
Yeah.
Those would be my go-tos.
I'm tempted to go orange just because it would keep it. It would keep in fit. It would be in keeping with the warm tones. But I'm thinking maybe might be cool to mix it up. It would would
possible.
make the face pop better. It would green.
Yeah. Or you could just do. Have you got Talasar blue or any form of like dark blue? as a wash?
I've got some Dark Reaper, but as a wash, no, not really. The only washes I've got is green. I've got orange as a wash.
Fine.
Mixing.
I don't know how orange and metallic wash, because you've done the faceplate metal, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how that interacts, but I know that for Iron Warrior and Telesar Blue tend to go quite well.
Okay. Where am I? I'm looking for the face. I'm looking for... Oh, there it is. Haha.
Don't know whether or not I should do the washes on these barrels, another shade of Athonian, or go to Beeltan. Let's have a bit of a play, shall we? Oh, there's the Beeltan.
Right, so I need to get the face in there. Okay. Oh yeah, and a little bit of glue on the face bit. There we go. Shit. Accidentally just took my finger to the model for a second there.
Oof.
Love that. Okay, and there's the... Oh shit! Oh, I've pulled the face out.
Oh no!
God. Nick Cage in it. Okay, go on. There you go. Is that face going to glue, or is that not? Has it got no glue left? That seems to be good. Seems to be faced. The face is facing, which is good. Okay, and then finally, little leggy bit. Come on, a bit more glue there, thank you. Okay, put that on there. I'm not following the instructions this time. I'm actually feeling confident enough to ignore the instructions.
Ooh, brave man.
I've built 2 of them now. I think I know how it's done.
Yeah, just giving us a proper shake.
Right. Do you mind if I go and make myself a cup of tea?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, I'm going to go and make myself a cup of tea. I'll pop just this Cornish chem on there. I'll be right back.
I think Beeltan would be better if I started on white rather than green by the looks of things. Yeah, not entirely sure I like how that Beeltan's come out on the barrels there. Wait for that to dry, then I think I'll do a dry brush of Castellan back over the top, and then I'll go back and do the straps holding it. But in the meantime, I am going to sit back and stretch my back out, because I keep saying I'm going to stop doing it, but I keep doing it, and I keep shrimping over my desk, which is not good for my back. Because I am legenios. Stretch break. You back?
Haha! I've unmuted myself. Lovely.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm putting a hoodie on because I'm getting a little chilly now. I'm going to leave the shorts on because, you know, why not? Yeah, me. I'm like a reverse Newcastle fan. I need
What, all hoodie and shorts rather than jeans and wife beater?
Yeah. Oh, right. Where were we? Oh, yeah, we were sticking this together. Oh, yeah. I need to get rid of the guest cam and have both cams. Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
So, for me, it's going to be shorts and a hoodie when it comes to summer because I did my shopping. I did my clothes shopping at Primark because it's what I could afford.
Yeah.
And I went into to buy some stuff for summer during last summer, and I was really, really fucking disappointed.
Oh, okay.
Because I went into the men's section,
Yes.
and there was just like, don't get me wrong, clearly like very lightweight and airy clothing,
Yeah.
like linen shirts and shorts and stuff like that. But they were all just like white, brown, beige, blue.
Yeah.
And grey?
That's not my colour palette, Like grey
No,
I can
and
get away with, but...
Yeah, but I was just looking at it as like, because the year before I'd bought a couple of Hawaiian shirts and t-shirts to go with them.
Yeah.
Because I'm an overweight man, I can't pull off certain looks, and I am overweight. I think at my heaviest I was 20 stone. I'm about 18 now.
I mean, I would love to be overweight. I'm statistically obese.
Oh, fun.
According to the BMI, which I think is bollocks most of the time, but you know.
Yeah, BMI is bollocks.
Yeah.
Because it was a scale that was made in like the 60s, and diet and lifestyles have changed dramatically in 60 years.
I mean, if you're obese, you're obese at the end of the day. No matter what everyone else is doing. It shouldn't be based on an average.
Yeah, exactly. Like my BM, like at 5'9", because apparently I'm a 5'9" girly.
Okay.
I am quite heavy.
Yeah.
But I also want to point out that I don't know how much of that. It won't be much, but I say it won't be much. Like, there is a portion of that weight that is just scar tissue.
Okay.
From having so many internal surgeries. Like, don't get me wrong. If you take away the scar tissue, it's probably still like 17 stone.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's still quite a bit of scar tissue in my stomach, which is, well, unfortunately, it's one of those things that falls under NHS guidelines at the moment, where it's like it's absolutely an elective surgery to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And there's no guarantee they can do the surgery and get rid of it all. You know. Which is ironic.
Yeah.
Hey, you have scar tissue from surgery. Here's surgery to remove it. Right. Okay. How does this work?
Fuck off. Sorry. Carry on.
Sorry. It's all good.
Jesus Christ! I've stuck. No. Okay. It's all stuck to me, and nothing's sticking to itself.
Oh no.
The gun is not coming together nicely.
You got it. I believe in you.
And I think there's a dog hair now that is I think there's a dog hair that is now an intrinsic part. It's now structurally load bearing in this model.
Just get like a little bit of just some clippers and just cut it down.
Yeah.
What's this? Yeah. So I bought like Hawaiian, like sort of silly logo T-shirts, like Fanta and Coca-Cola and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And then I'd wear a shirt over the top of that, like an open shirt over the top, and they would be Hawaiian shirts. But I'd always try to pair it, so I wore a green T-shirt with a green shirt, yellow T-shirt with the yellow shirt, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they were really fun and like just interesting.
Okay.
Because I'm a fat man. Like again, there are certain fashions, certain things in fashion that I should not be wearing, at least in my opinion. But that's the only opinion I hold for myself. To be honest, be honest with that.
Yeah. Well, as long as you're not wearing a muumuu, I'm fine.
Yeah. And I went into Primark to have a look, and I was just like, I just looked around and went, and I asked an employee, I was like, have you not got any like Hawaiian shirts in this year? And they're like, oh no, I've only got what's on the shelves. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he was like looking at me like, why would you want them? And I was like, well, because one, I'm a fat man, and two, like, I want colour, not just what's available generically for men all year round.
I would argue there's a point at which you can have too many or have enough Hawaiian shirts to last you.
I've already got like 4.
Okay. I mean, 4 is plenty. It depends on how often you cycle them.
Well, technically 5, but one of them I
Okay.
bought when I was like 10 stone, so it won't fit me.
Oh, right. So it's, yeah. More of a hat.
Yeah. It's a great shirt, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
like there was a point in my life where I was I had surgery
Yeah.
and I couldn't lift my arm over my head to put t-shirts on, and I couldn't,
Yeah.
and t-shirts were too constricting around the area that was affected.
Yeah.
So I ended up going with what's it called? So I went with shirts, and they were like the 2 Hawaiian shirts that I owned at the time.
Yeah.
Because it's like, so why are you wearing shirts? It's like October, and I went, because I can't wear anything else. Don't have the movement,
Yeah.
and they're less constricting around the area that's been affected. Well, like, oh, okay. So it's like that. Is that why you're wearing this horrendously gaudy shirt in like November? And I went, yes. And I had to keep that. Literally all through that. So I had the surgery in October 2019.
Yeah.
All through October, November, December. I turned up to Christmas in a Hawaiian shirt
Nice.
just because I couldn't have it on.
You know they have
Mum yelled at-
they have Christmas themed Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah, but they're tacky.
That and a Hawaiian shirt generally isn't.
I've got nice ones. All right.
All right. All right. Oh man.
I need to fucking dig them out. Is what I need to do.
Okay. I mean,
For
it is
summer.
getting to the season.
Yeah, and I'm getting quite sweaty walking around in a hoodie and jeans. So I'm like, I
Yeah.
think the t-shirts and shirts need to come out again.
Yeah.
I do need new shorts though, because I've gotten fatter since I last bought shorts.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's also quite weird because I mean I haven't shaved in a while, so I'm quite fuzzy in the face. But when I shave, I'm like I look really thin in the face, which is normally the first place I gain weight.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I feel like I'm losing weight. I'm constantly having to do my belt up tighter and tighter, like over a period of time. And it's like I don't understand how I seem to be losing weight in my face and around my waist, and yet I'm still like 17, 18 stone. I do not understand.
Yeah. 17 stone, man. That's the dream for me.
Yeah, but you know, to be fair, you go out and walk the dogs. Like the furthest I walk these days is to my dentist, which is down the bottom end of town, and I live in pretty much in the town centre. And it's not a very big town centre, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's that. What do I do next? I'm going to finish off these barrels, I think.
I have a feeling.
It'll be the smart
I've
plan.
got a feeling this antenna is now glued to my finger. So,
Oh,
then I'll wait for it to dry, and then I will rip my finger off.
don't worry, the skin will become load-bearing.
Indeed. Okay, it actually wasn't. It just not very well glued to the model, so it was coming off on my finger by a friction.
I think you should go for Tamiya's extra thin cement. You won't have the issue of it sticking to your fingers like super glue does. And to be honest, I've sort of replaced my plastic glue for Tamiya's. To be honest,
It works. It's fine. Super glue is dead cheap, and you can get it anywhere, so it's all good. Oh,
so's Tamiya's.
you can't get it everywhere. And I'm lazy.
No,
Right, I've only got 2 more bits to glue onto this model, and then it's Norm time, nearly.
nice.
Okay. But remember, it's just the shoulder pads, and I've just got to make sure I've got the correct shoulder pads on the correct shoulders. No good having the correct shoulder pads on the incorrect shoulders, or the correct shoulder pads on the incorrect shoulders. I might have just said two of the exact same things, but it's fine. There's no point doing it wrong. Right.
You need to make sure you have a left and a right, and not 2 lefts and not 2 rights.
Exactly. Or the left on the right and the right on the left. That's also no good.
Yeah.
Right, so the gun arm has the sort of bigger one, and the one with the tau symbol is the one on the left. Do that one first. I think that was the first arm I stuck on, so it should be the most glued. I'm impatient and I don't always wait for the glue to dry completely.
Well, there's your problem.
Yeah, it does lead to issues sometimes.
But you're not going to change your methodology because you're a man.
Exactly.
You're going to do things your way, even if they are more inconvenient.
Oh my god, when did you redeem the bean roulette?
Like about 20 seconds before you came back.
Okay. I'm just going to ban this bot. There you go. Let's get the bean roulette out.
How is it doing? Buy followers from this suspicious website.
Yes. You need to go here and get the best viewers and I hate it. Cheapest viewers. I don't want cheap viewers. I want expensive viewers. Right, let's go. Bean roulette.
I want viewers that are going to give me money.
Which colour? It's blue. So that is either bubblegum or mouthwash. I haven't got that many blue ones left, to be honest. Here you go. Blue. Oh, that's mouthwash.
So what's the verdict?
I mean, it's not the worst one. It's not cabbage or dog food.
Was it mouthwash?
It tastes like I've got toothpaste in my mouth. I'm chewing on toothpaste. Minty. A minty jelly bean. Nice.
So past me sort of ruined my afternoon today.
Who did?
Past me.
Okay.
Me in the past.
Oh, okay.
Sort of ruined it because I looked at my desk and thought, oh yeah, I got Maron pinballs. So then I picked it up and went, oh yeah, I've already eaten them.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, I was like, oh. But to be fair, I did also have Burger King, so I can't really complain.
True.
I'll tell you what though, Burger King chicken nuggets, not that bad.
Okay.
Yeah, and the sweet chili dip that came with them was actually pretty good.
I haven't had Burger King in years.
I just find it cheaper to be better value for money than McDonald's, to be honest.
I mean, I used to think the burgers were better than McDonald's, but at the end of the day, they're both pretty shit.
Oh yeah, so I got so a Whopper meal, a large Whopper meal set me back £9 or £9.30,
Yeah.
and that's standard Whopper, large fries, and a drink. And you know what? Well, they call it a Whopper for a reason.
Yeah.
Because like I've had a large Big Mac meal from McDonald's before, and I've always felt hungry afterwards.
Yeah.
But with the Whopper meal, I really don't. And that's just their standard. That's their equivalent of like a Big Mac meal.
Yeah.
Because I've always felt like the McDonald's burgers have gotten smaller.
I mean, the price you're paying for a McDonald's or a Burger King these days, you might as well just like spend a couple of extra quid and get like a Five Guys or something, you know? Because it really is. That's the price difference.
Can't be right. Because there's the Five Guys near me.
Yeah, all right.
I'm gonna have a look.
Yeah, Five Guys, or at least the last time I went to Five Guys, I think it was £12, and you got a burger with anything you wanted on it, and like the biggest load of fries you'll ever see, like literally a bucket full of fries, and the Cajun fries fucking delicious in that place. So, and that was like £12 for that, and you got unlimited refills on the drinks as well. So I don't know, man. So and you can technically get a Big Mac meal for less than that, but not that much less.
Huh. That's really funny.
What is?
So apparently Five Guys doesn't believe my postcode exists.
Oh, nice.
That's fun. Oh well.
So it's only 5, guys. It's fine. The rest of the world knows. You just need to just have a look on the on their website. Just type in the town rather than the postcode, I guess.
Yeah, I'm on the website, but like but in order to actually see the prices of what you get in each thing,
Yeah.
it was like, oh, where are you ordering from, kind of thing.
I'm basing mine off the prices in the Liverpool site.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Why would you ever want a burger in a lettuce wrap?
Because you're gluten-free. I was about to say something else, but I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
Quite
So that
judgy.
comes with two beef patties in a bun, and then I can go, okay, so I want lettuce, tomato,
Why would you want 2?
grilled onions.
That's massive. The patties are
This is literally just their generic hamburger. This is
okay,
not like
right.
a double one.
The burgers are delicious. It's the meat's fresh.
Yeah.
They don't have a freezer in there. It's all like fresh. So fresh
Gotta go
that
sit.
they don't need to freeze it. I don't know. I have enjoyed Five Guys on occasion. Usually when I'm...
Oh, that's
night out.
mad. That
What is?
the fact that you could add 1 extra patty or 2 extra patties, so you could take your.
You do not want to do that. You will die of like food inhalation.
I'm not a big fan of the cheeseburger being such a. No, I suppose that's what £1.40 difference. That's a bit much, but I suppose that's 2 slices of cheese at least, isn't it?
Yeah, but like the other toppings, you can put whatever you want on. And they've got all sorts of toppings. They've got like the crispy onions and that sort of thing, and I think it's 2 different kinds of chilies, jalapenos and something else. And yes, I say jalapenos wrong on purpose.
I wasn't going to call you out on it, don't worry.
Someone was.
I mean, I think for an order, charging £4.25 for a refillable soda is a bit silly, really.
It is kind of, but it comes with a meal, like if you get the full meal, and also the amount they have literally every flavour of drink you can imagine.
I might try it at some point.
Anyway, I would say that that's better value than a McDonald's. That was my main point, basically. The quality of food is so much better, and you end up like not only full, but like fearing for your life with the amount of food that you've eaten.
Proper sort of food coma times.
Yeah. Let's just say you won't be eating. You won't be after more food for a good while.
Yeah. You underestimate my power. But then again, I have some like quite weird fucking days, truth be told. Like, I don't know whether or not this is still a knock-on effect from having stomach surgery, or if this is just how my appetite is now.
Yeah.
There are days where I'll eat one thing and I'll be satiated the entire day.
Yeah.
And then there'll be other days where I'm just like fucking Galacticus, the consumer of worlds.
Yeah,
There's just no in between.
That's usually hangover days for me.
Yeah. What brush do I want for this? I want
brush.
that brush. Yes, but size of the brush.
I'm going to use airbrush. Right. I believe that model is now fully normed. Normed to the max. So that one's now normed, which is good. Can't see it because it's not zoomed in properly. Yep, there we go. That is now normed to the max. Lovely. Moist. And this one, I think, is pretty much dry. Means I can start painting it properly. Lovely.
That's metal.
Oh dear. I think I need to blow my nose. I do have some extra tissue in my pocket. Woman hay fever. Clean the bomb. It's definitely not clean. Oh, damn it. It's fine. That's good? Right. Let's get some XV88 first. It's the base colour. Where is my brush? Got myself a new brush there. Put the autofocus back on so you can actually see more what I'm doing. Oh, that's not the XV88 I was after. Yeah, I think the XV88 might be bad now.
Oh shit, that's not good.
I should have some more.
Have you given it?
Thank you so much for the subscription there, Niall. Thank you very much and welcome back. How you doing? We are 25% of the way to achieving my sub goal. There you go.
My sub goal I got down for 10. I think that was a bit ambitious.
Well, I reached 10, so I put mine up to 20. Oh, thank you very much for the 50 bees. Good to see the Ape Escape gift there. I love that gift. I wish I'd have assigned that to like the follow, but people want the Macho Man. I love the Macho Man, so it's all good. So yeah, thank you very much for the bees and the sub. My God, you're spoiling me now. You're spoiling me, sir. How's it going anyway? Right. Let's get painting properly now. Let's do this. I need to find a big chunk of the model, so I think the gun to start with. It's a good place to start. Nice big flat surface. Sorry you cut it out whilst you did. No, it's alright. But yeah, no problem. Just the popped in to drop a sub. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon, mate. Have yourself a fantastic evening. Right. Now I'm having to paint carefully. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it. Actually painting neat is not my speciality.
It's all good.
Hey, no worries, man. Thank you very much again. What the hell's that? Is that glue? Or is that norm? Whatever it is, it's wet and it's coming off.
Ooh.
It's wet and it's gone. Oh man. Oh, I was so slightly bored the other day. I actually switched my. I need to put inverted commas in. My switch on. I turned my switch on.
Right.
Yeah, my switch non-switch. That's and I stopped using it because it was the frame rate was atrocious, and I was like, my PC can definitely handle this. What the hell's wrong with it? Figured it out. It was installed on a standard hard drive.
Ooh.
So I whacked it onto an SSD, and it works flawlessly now. I get 60 frames a second on a 1080p, Full HD, lovely. Because the my Switch can upscale Switch games. So I was playing a bit of Arceus, and I even tried the new Animal Crossing because that's how bored I got. And can confirm it's fucking shit.
Not a fan of it.
A lot of people say that it's a really good game, but what's the fucking point? What is this? It's basically just, you know, getting held hostage by a landlord simulator.
Yeah, that's like all of the Animal Crossing games.
So, I've taken you to this desert island. You owe me fucking thousands of whatever currency this is, bellens or whatever. And I think it's bells, but I'm going to call them bellends now. And yeah, Mr. Nook is just like, yeah, you owe me loads of money. Go and do my bidding, and maybe I'll forgive you the debt eventually. I was like, well. I don't know. I just guess it's not for me. I was expecting it to be some sort of more like, you know, Stardew Valley or like Harvest Moon or something, where like there's stuff to do and stuff, but it's like it's literally is just like go around picking up shit off the floor, craft some bits and pieces, and show it to Mr. Nook, who'll give you a fucking sticker. I don't know. There's not enough to do in it, basically. And it's one of the Nintendo games. I know they're aimed at kids, and my main issue with Nintendo games is it over tutorializes everything. I don't need to know everything about every single part of the game. Like, you don't have to spend hours teaching me shit. You can show me without actually having to make me sit through dialogue for half an hour.
Yeah.
There are games that show you things without having to tell you. You know, that FromSoft games, you know, just think about Elden Ring. Have you ever played Elden Ring?
No, I refuse to play Soulsborne games.
Oh, okay. They are good.
I don't care.
Okay. I didn't like Soulsborne games on principle because they killed my favourite franchise. But then
What was that?
Armored Core.
No.
But then Armored Core 5 was announced. 6, sorry, was announced, and I was like, okay, I guess I forgive them, and I gave them a go, and I got into them in a big way. Completed Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring now. Anyway, so Elden Ring drops you in the world. Very little sort of... there is a tutorial that you don't have to do if you don't want to. But the tutorial's done in a nice way. And it does give you some, like, nice rewards if you do it. But the second you come out of the tutorial area, it plumps a big boss in front of you that is designed to teach you that this game will wreck your shit if you don't take it seriously. And so, you know, people who don't avoid it get their shit wrecked and go, oh well, fuck, I guess I'll avoid him then. And yeah, it's basically the game tutorializing you, saying, yeah, there's dudes in here that you don't have to fight, and if it looks like it's going to kick your shit in, it probably will. So just expect that. And don't be, you know, afraid to run away if you need to. So yeah, I don't know. What is your problem with the Soulsborne games?
It's like
If it's a difficulty situation, they're not hard. They're actually... once you understand them, they are incredibly easy.
I I don't like the format, and I don't particularly like some. And I get this is a minor part of the community, but obviously these types of people in any community tend to be the most vocal.
Yeah, the get good crowd are fucking the worst.
Yeah, and it's like if I ever do play them, it would never be on stream, at all.
The only reason I finished it was because I was streaming it. I would have rage quit so hard, many times, but because I was streaming it, I found I enjoyed it more than I probably would have done had I not been streaming it.
I think the other thing as well is that when I do like medieval fantasy sort of stuff, I always like to do a playthrough where I do like a heavy armor two-handed dude.
Yeah.
Or heavy armor sword and board, and I think I can't remember if it was Dark Souls 2 or 3 that I tried. It was one of the. It wasn't Demon Souls. It wasn't the OG Dark Souls.
Yeah, Demon Souls is the one I've not done yet because I can't find a copy of it for a reasonable price. But carry on. So what did it do?
It felt like if you didn't invest heavily into like a light armor dodge build, that you just got punished, or if you didn't do like a mage. Well, at least the way that I play them, I feel that just because I didn't do the perfect block at the fucking frame that I needed to do it, it felt like I was getting punished for it.
Don't worry about it, because that's how I play. That's how I played them. I went for strength and endurance builds. Basically very big sword and very heavy armor. You don't have to parry. I learned to parry, and in Dark Souls 1, I learned to parry to beat the last boss, because it's literally the only way you can beat that last boss. Other than that, I did not parry at all, and I had no problem. I think the Soulsborne games, in many ways, they might discourage you from doing things in a certain way, but they do not stop you by any means. You can play pretty much exactly how you like. You can have whatever build you like, and the game will let you do it. In many ways, the shield is the wrong way to play. Not because not because it's bad or anything. Just because it's the least fun way of playing. If you're hiding behind the shield all the time, you miss out on a lot of the the joy of combat. It just becomes a bit of a slog, I find, if you hide behind a shield the whole time. So I would definitely go with a double-handed sword situation if you were going to do that. But yeah, I would say that a strength endurance build is probably the most late game, at least. It's the most powerful build. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
Early game, mages have an easier time because they can throw fire and shit. The pyromancer especially can be very, very overpowered in the early game, but that quickly falls off. When your spells stop doing that much damage to people. So I don't know. I would say if you were gonna give it a go, Bloodborne is the place to start, because that's by far the best game, and it is. I would say it's the most fun, and it sort of teaches you how to have fun with a Soulsborne game.
Okay.
Because it has a very very risk-reward combat system where you've got to keep the pressure up and keep attacking to get your health back. And also, instead of having to parry, you can shoot them in the face. It gives you a gun. That is the parry in Bloodborne.
And in Space Marine.
Yeah, if you time the shot, well enough, they will go, "Oh no! Don't hit me!" And yeah. It's good. I don't know. not saying you have to, by any means. You know, we like what games we like. But it's, I would say, don't just write it off. Because I think the way you want to play it, the sword and board, that is a very viable and very powerful way of playing it, especially the first couple of games. I mean, Dark Souls 3, because it got released after Bloodborne, it does sort of anticipate a more aggressive type of play.
Yeah.
Yeah. The main thing is, don't be afraid of them, because they're not hard. They're I wouldn't even say they're mean-spirited. I would say they're good-natured in there. Like, they will ambush you. They'll hide dudes around corners, but not enough for it to be like, for it to feel like they're taking the piss. I don't know.
I mean,
I used to hate the series because of what it did to Armored Core, but as the second Dark Souls came out and was a smash hit, they just stopped developing any Armored Core games. I was like, oh, motherfuckers. But then they made Armored Core 6 and everything's fine again, because that was fantastic. Hello! Tigru, welcome in. How you doing, Tigru? The smallest Tigru. Never did Tigru. Is there any game series that you've written off because of, like, largely daft reasons? Like I wrote off the Souls series.
Honestly, Battlefield after Battlefield 4.
Okay. What was the silly reason?
Well, okay, so honestly, the monetization and the DLC plans.
Okay. I can't remember.
Greetings from Singapore. Nice. Well, look at us, you've just got out. It's 5:30 in the morning here. Jesus, my dude.
Yeah, Tigru does. He travels a lot for work. I can't remember the thing with the Battlefield games is I always bought the premium version at the end of the day. So I think it already came pre-built with the DLCs in them, but so I missed that point. Also, I didn't trust the Battlefields to be good at launch, so that's why I always waited 12 months and got the finished version of the game when it was actually done.
So Battlefield 1, I really enjoy. I really enjoy playing the open beta that we had on the one map.
Was that that were we talking Battlefield 1 as in like the one after 5? No, because annoyingly it goes Battlefield. Well, it goes Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, and then Battlefield 5. Don't forget the Bad Companies.
Yes, but I'm just so Bad Company 2 is what got me into Battlefield.
Love Bad Company 2.
Yeah, and I went back and bought Battlefield.
In my opinion, Bad Company 2 wasn't quite as good as Bad Company 1. But I think that's just because I was burned out on Bad Company 1. And the Vietnam expansion to that was fucking brilliant.
What, for Bad Company 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so good.
It's probably been like the only representation of Vietnam that I've actually liked.
Yeah.
Was the Bad Company 2 stuff.
It was so good, that one. Where's my PPE? Yeah. Naughty, naughty. I'm sorry, I'm not wearing gloves.
You should be. Especially keep super gluing yourself to your models.
This is true. Maybe I do need PPE.
I'm only doing it because I'm wearing gloves underneath these gloves because I have bad eczema on my hands at the moment, and also because I have to put cream on my hands, which is really, really greasy and just fucking sticks to everything.
Lovely.
So I'm wearing the latex gloves really to protect the gloves that help my skin more than anything. Which is a really roundabout reason to be wearing them. Plus I just found them to be good with painting as well, so...
Yeah.
Means it can be a bit messy.
So what
I
was
get paint all over my hands.
what was the deal with the? It's EA, so I fully agree. It probably was bad. I never got involved in it.
The thing I found with 1 is that I bought the game. I had enough money to buy the game, so I bought the game and I started playing it.
Yeah.
And then obviously you play on custom servers because custom servers are always better than the official ones.
Yeah,
But
not an option for console gamers, but
I was playing on console.
wait, oh, I didn't even know they had a custom service on there.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Follow me.
otherwise Conquest would have been locked at like 200 tickets. When it's Battlefield, you want like 2,000 instead.
Yeah.
You know.
The main problem I had with I don't know, I don't think I ever played 1. I played Battlefield 5 and I just found the map design to be absolutely shite.
I didn't play 5,
Aye.
which is a shame because I know everyone was fucking up in arms about it. Oh, women didn't fight in World War II. Okay, I raise you the Soviet army. They had whole companies and regiments with fun. Getting some chemical energy is not from too much explosion. I don't even know what it is. Like, I think it's a stress response because I've been under a lot of stress the last few months.
Yeah, X-Men does
So I don't think it's.
get triggered by that shit.
Yeah, but what's mad is the fact that it cropped up for me while I was at LARP,
Yeah.
and then just back in August, and it just never went away.
Oh.
It almost went away like last week, and then it deteriorated again, which I was very annoyed at. But there we are.
Oh, that's shit.
It happens.
So Battlefield 1, good. Bad?
So I liked it for what it was. I liked it. Like, no one's really explored World War One as a shooter, really. It's always been World War Two.
There are some good games that have done it, but yeah.
Yeah,
Not in a
the Dun,
Battlefield
Tannenberg,
capacity.
whatever the Italian one is.
Yeah.
Like, the Dun, brilliant. Tannenberg, also brilliant. I haven't played the Italian ones. I can't really speak for that one. But they're really good for what they are. Like,
Yeah.
you can tell that they learn. I know they're separate games, which is kind of a bit annoying, but they can kind of learn with each instance, like what the fan base wanted
Yeah.
and what they felt was better. Like with excuse me, with Verdun, it is very trench warfare. You assault the trench, and if you succeed in taking the trench, the enemy can launch a counter-attack, and it's a back and forth like that. Whereas Verdun is very mobile,
Yeah.
because Verdun's about the Western Front.
Use a lot of chemicals at work. A few guys have been booted after they developed allergies. Oh man.
Because they were madly. I think they were just stupid. Yeah.
I mean, developing...
Remember, kids, PPE regulations are written in blood, literally.
Yeah. Getting sacked though for developing an allergy, that's a bit rough.
But the thing is that the company, it's liability. That's purely insurance for the company. Because if you turn around and say, "Oh, I've developed this work-related illness or sickness or whatever," and you can say, "Oh yeah, but I was using all the PPE," then they can sue against the company. They can launch a claim against the company. Whereas if they weren't using PPE and they developed it,
Yeah.
and then they turn around and say that, yeah, that's why they've been booted, because they're not abiding by proper regulations.
Yeah.
Like, again, as I said, they're written in blood, quite literally. But the thing that sort of put me off Battlefield after Battlefield 1 was the fact that I just bought the game and then they launched like a bunch of DLCs. So all the servers started using DLC maps, and on console, you just can't play. Like, you can't.
Yeah.
Like, it got to the point where I was only playing on like official servers or servers that had the base game and DLC 1, or base game and DLC 1 and 2. So I was missing out on big chunks of the game.
Yeah.
And being able to do different stuff because I didn't have the DLCs. Because they released them so quickly.
Yeah, that is the problem with, you know, paid DLC on an online-only game. It splits the community immediately.
They had a campaign, but it wasn't. It was the campaign was pretty good for what it was at the time. But if you go back and play it now, it would be quite shitty.
Okay.
Like I did like playing from different perspectives of the different forces in World War One. It was quite good to see.
Yeah.
Because it was very different. And like, sure, you can argue that World War One was a tragedy. This should never have happened. And it was the catalyst that provided a set of circumstances that led to World War Two. But it was just all right.
Yeah.
Like the Battlefield 3 campaign was good. I didn't, not gonna lie, I didn't quite understand what was going on during the campaign of Battlefield 3 until I played it through a couple of times, and I was like, oh, that's why. Like, the more I played it, the more context I sort of recognised, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The Battlefield 4 campaign, I enjoyed. I thought that was pretty smooth.
Okay.
I quite liked it, and the fact that there were decisions that did have like impact on what happened.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I think the main thing I've got, the main criticism I've got of the Battlefield campaigns, apart from Bad Company, I can't remember a single thing about any of the Battlefield campaigns. Honestly, the Bad Company is the only one I've got any recollection of.
Yeah, they sort of fell into the trap that a lot of online games, looking at you, Call of Duty, where they started focusing more on the multiplayer rather than the story.
Yeah.
Like they thought, oh yeah, we'll just have multiplayer with like, we're going to make a multiplayer game with like a single player campaign if people want to play it, and that was kind of it. I think the latest, tell a lie, the latest Call of Duty I played was World War II.
Okay.
And people were like, oh, historical revisionism. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, at what point is this historical revisionism?
I mean, we're living in a world that is currently the people in power of the most powerful country in the world don't believe in the Holocaust. So, you know, let's just take everything that those people are saying with a huge pinch of salt.
Yeah, like I was talking to someone about it. I heard that like they like rewrote history. I was like, well, what do you mean? I was like, because of XYZ, and I was like, what? Like the big red one infantry division wasn't on D-Day? Yes, it was, because you play as a member of the big red one.
Yeah,
you know, like all the Call of Duties do that. Like Reznov didn't fucking exist in World War II. Sergeant Reznov from Call of Duty World at War.
Mm-hmm.
He's a fictional character. Same with Dmitri and Miller in the US campaign.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, okay. I fell out with Call of Duty on Black Ops 1. I traded it in because it was shit. But Modern Warfare 1 and 2 had fantastic campaigns. Those were the games. Those were so good.
Yeah.
I would say that Modern Warfare 2 is probably the last good Call of Duty, in my opinion.
I got into Call of Duty with Modern Warfare 2.
I got into Call of Duty on Call of Duty 1. I did it on the PlayStation 1, I think.
Oof. See, funny enough, my first FPS was Medal of Honor, Frontline.
Mine was Soldier of Fortune, and I need to play that at some point. It's so good. You blow someone's legs off. It's so... Oh my god. The shotgun in Soldier of Fortune was the best thing. When I was a kid, I loved just like killing people, blowing their legs off, and watching them hop, and then like blowing their corpses into chunks. Saying it out loud, I worry for my sanity as a child, but...
Oh, dude. Like, I mean, shotguns doing that. Have you seen any footage of Hell Let Loose?
I think so, yeah. I have
the shotguns. The shotguns in that are brutal.
Nice. I actually have that game. I got it for free on the Epic Game Store a few weeks ago.
It's good.
Yeah, I might have to play some of that. I think I installed it, but I got it at the same time I got Delta Force, and Yeah, Delta Force just turned out to be very nice.
It's a bit fast-paced for me, not gonna lie.
Okay. It is basically just Battlefield, and it just not done by EA.
Yeah.
The main problem I've got is I'm shit at it. That's my main problem. Not very good at it. But it does have a character who has a guided rocket launcher, Nikita style from Metal Gear Solid. So I love murdering bitches with that.
Fair.
Yeah, I love having a sniper's position pointed out to me, and I just go, and then just fire a guided rocket into his pocket, and I'm just like, yeah, boy, yeah, fucked.
Oh, I just fucking do that with Hell Let Loose with the anti-tank class.
Oh, nice.
So there's trying to think. So there's Commando as his own person. In a squad you have the officer, in the infantry squad you have the officer, the rifleman, the automatic rifleman, the machine gunner, the assault, engineer, support and medic.
Yeah.
And then in tank crews you've got tank commander and tank crew. And then you've got recon.
Yeah.
Which is a 2-man. So Commander is by himself. He doesn't have a squad.
Yeah.
The infantry squad can support 6 players.
Okay.
And you generally got a squad leader and then like 5 other dudes doing something. But some squads are limited.
Yeah.
So you can have one of every role apart from Rifleman where you can have up to 6 people.
Okay.
So you can't really, but
yeah.
Rifleman is the one class where you can have multiples of.
Yeah.
Tank crews, you've got 1 tank commander and up to 2 crew. Real OGs will play 3-man crews, not 1-man solo tankers, because you're just a waste of resources. You know who you are.
Yeah.
And recon squads are spotter and a sniper. So the spotter's generally got like a submachine gun, and the sniper's got, well, a sniper rifle. Excuse me. And it's a game you can't lone wolf. I mean, you can.
Yeah, but you won't do as well.
It's very, like, if you have good communication between the squads, even if you're running no tanks, no recon, if you have good communication between your commander and your infantry squads, you can fucking dominate.
Nice.
I've had games as a tank crew where we've barely done anything because the enemy team's squads are communicating so well, rather than having like facing like one anti-tank dude, he gets a shot off, damages the tank, and we sort of scuttle off behind some cover and repair. It will be like, oh, we've been hit by like 3 bazookas and we're dead, sort of thing, because the enemy team is that on it because of communication.
That could be
like games in Hell Let Loose are won and lost on communication, and it's so telling when the team's got good communication.
Yeah. That sounds like it could be very frustrating for me because I fucking hate voice chat.
Well, the thing is, you don't really need to rely on voice chat unless you're the commander, squad commander, tank commander, or spotter. If you're any of the other roles, you can kind of get away with not having a mic.
Okay.
But servers tend to be a bit like, if you're leading a squad, do use voice chat because there's no other way to communicate with people. But yeah, like, it is very good. I think there was a game, so me and 2 of my friends were tank crew, and we were communicating with another tank crew. We were in a light tank, or playing as the Americans. We were in a Stuart. And they were in a heavy, which is like a Sherman Jumbo. And we were literally just, because we're quick and nimble, we don't have a lot of armor, we were just scuttling about, like, dealing with AT threats as soon as we knew about it to keep the heavy tank going.
Yeah.
And, like, distracting enemy heavy tanks. Like, we died a lot because we were in light tank, because we were a light tank.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take much to kill us. But, like, it was just really funny.
Yeah.
Because we were like scuttling around, like, oh, we'll kill that recon vehicle, we'll kill that AT, we'll provide anti-infantry support for the heavy tank while he deals with the enemy heavies and stuff like that.
Yeah. See, that's what I like about those types of games. You don't have to be good; you just have to contribute.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
as long as you're contributing to the team's success in some way, you can still feel like a useful part of the squad.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't have to be good at Delta Force to like win a lot of battles on Delta Force.
Yeah.
I'm a shit shot, but I am very useful. I'm a good healer. That's what I used to play on Overwatch as well. I used to play healers a lot.
I did play healers, and then they kept nerfing them.
Lucio
I got
was
annoyed.
just so good.
I didn't play Lucio. I mained Mercy, then they nerfed Mercy into the ground. Then I played Moira, then they nerfed Moira into the ground. And then they nerfed... Then I played Brigitte when she came out, and then they nerfed Brigitte heavily. And I was like, oh, I fucking give up. I can't learn a character if they keep nerfing them into the ground.
Yeah.
Just over and over.
Yeah, I used to Junkrat a lot and just knock people off the edge of stuff. That was good. And I used to play Junkrat a lot.
Oh, fuck you.
And Roadhog.
Yeah, Roadhog's fine, but Junkrat can get in the bin. Same with Genji.
I don't like Genji, but no, Junkrat's fun, man.
I think there was a like an issue with his interaction at one point, to the point where when he was doing like his super blade shit, where he would deflect melee attacks because technically they were ranged attacks.
Oh.
So I would hit Genji with his rocket flail and with Brigitte's rocket flail, and then he would just deflect it back at me.
Damn.
And it was just like, why? Why is this happen? Why does Brigitte have to fucking deal with this?
Yeah.
But Genji doesn't have to deal with fucking any form of nerf.
Oh, one of my friends was really good with the pink-haired lady. What's her name? Aya? No, it wasn't Aya.
Zara.
Zara, yeah. And that's quite a difficult character to get good with. But if you do get good with them, they are so powerful. And yeah, he mastered that. Keeping the power level to like 100%, and it was, oh man, he was unstoppable. Hello. Oh yeah, speaking of shooting games, have you seen? I don't know if I spoke about it last time, but Ready or Not.
Yeah, we did speak about it last time. I have seen it. It is on my wish list. I just haven't got around to picking it up when it's cheap. That's all.
Oh, it was cheaper last week, and last couple
I didn't have any money. I didn't have any money last week.
Oh, that's fair. But no, it's fucking good. Like, ridiculously good it is.
Yeah, I've seen people play it, and it looks really funny. It looks really good. Again, it's one of those things that I keep picking up to mean to play at some point, but I just haven't got around to it.
Yeah.
Mainly because I'm like,
I've
got an extra 30. I've got an extra 30 quid. I'll buy some Warhammer, and then Ready or Not goes on sale. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah. No, it's hard as balls, but it's very good. And it is one of those games where you have to have good communication with your team. But I don't mind. On a PvE because I play with my friends, not randomers.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Can't play.
Oh, we were doing the same with my mates on Darkside. Like, we'd always do like a couple of like 2-bar matches.
Yeah.
To
warm up.
To sort of give ourselves a bit of as a warm up, but then we'll try 3. I think we tried 1-4 once, but none of us were like. So we have this thing that we do, which is we've all made characters.
Yeah.
But we all made the guardsman, and we only ever play the guardsman when we've got a squad of 4. Which is really funny, but what's also really hilarious is having 4 guardsman characters rock up with like the same like single point damage with frag grenades and bolters.
Oh man.
Because you just go, oh cool, there's a horde. Now there isn't.
Yeah. Oh man.
Because you'll proc or because I know they did the skill tree rework a little while ago. So you can extend so one of us will proc the ability.
Yeah.
Their ability.
Which
and
buffs everyone around them, doesn't it?
Yeah, which busts everyone around them. So we just go, oh, cool, there's a beast of Nurgle. One of us procs the ability, and then we all open fire on it, and it's got lost like 2/3 of its health. So the next person will proc theirs, and away we go, kind of thing.
Yeah, I really did like Darktide. I think the reason I stopped playing was because my friends stopped playing it, and yeah, I think they got bored of it.
We sort of cycle.
I really like it.
The friends that I play with, we sort of cycle through.
Yeah.
So we're on Hell Let Loose at the minute.
Yeah.
Or if one of us isn't feeling up to doing it, like they'll go off and play Mechabellum while sitting in voice chat and sort of just hanging out.
Oh, okay.
Like mainly it's me, because Mechabellum's one of those weird games where you can play 1s, 2s, or 4s. And it's normally only 3 of us in voice chat with the occasional 4th, so it doesn't make sense for me to play as well.
Yeah. I don't even know what that is.
What
is that? Mechabellum.
What, Mechabellum?
Yeah.
It's like a robot sort of auto battler.
Auto battler? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you put your units down. You pick your character out of a selection of 4.
Yeah.
And then you get a couple of units based on what specialist you picked. And then you put... Oh, excuse me. So you put them down in a formation. The round starts, so they all sort of converge. The forces converge on each other, and they fight it out. And depending on what upgrades and stuff you put on them,
yeah,
and what level that particular unit is, depends on what effects that can happen. And you get resources per turn. So round ends, you got a shared health bar, and depending on how many enemy units are left at the end of the round, that amount comes off your HP, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So if you wipe your enemy out and didn't take a lot of losses, you can inflict big damage. But if it was a roughly even fight, they won't take all that much damage to their health bar.
Yeah.
But yeah, it for me, it's definitely a spectator game. Like I tried playing it when it first came out, and I just didn't get on with it.
Yeah. I don't know. I like to get more involved with my mech games, personally, but I don't know. Not everyone enjoys the same things, and that is good. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
If we all like the same things, life would be so fucking boring.
Yeah, then you end up with people who are on Geordie Shore running shit.
Oh man, why mate? Oh my god, I've got the itchiest fucking whatever this is, the armpit. Stop scratching it, because it's going to end badly if I keep scratching it.
Why am I doing this with this?
I don't know. Why are you doing that with that?
We're doing it with a different brush. I don't know.
Hey, Doc Rose, welcome in.
I'm afraid I'm going to need to tie this tank for an important mission. Welcome in, Doc Rose. Good to see you. How you doing? Welcome in.
I have a noise alert every time someone types something in chat, so I will often pick up on them quicker than.
All right.
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay, you Mr. Fancy Streamer with your alerts with so many chats.
Oh, gets annoying when there's too many people in, but it's fine. I used to have it as the Metal Gear Solid noise, but yeah, that became too distracting.
Oh, what, the alert sound?
Yeah, but now it's got just a little bell going ding, ding, ding.
Oh god, it's like the fucking Facebook Messenger ding. What's wrong with you?
Enjoy your wonton soup.
Wonton, I hardly know her.
Hey. No, yeah, she's got some wonton soup. Nice. Yeah, I would have gotten it, but she went for it, and I didn't want to copy, so I've got some noodles instead.
You want to be original?
Exactly.
How you doing, Doc Rose?
Yes, how the devil are you, sir? Right, pretty much there with the XV88 now.
I am plotting the plots of plotting. Ooh, okay.
That sounds...
It sounds ominous, but also exciting. What are you plotting?
Right, the XV88 is done on this model.
Nice.
That's the main bulk of it, so yeah. Oh, crikey, you're rolling back.
That's the best part. I have no idea. Fair enough.
I like those kinds of plots. Alright, I'm gonna do the metal next, the lead belch.
In battle, I have found that plans are useless, but planning is essential.
Indeed.
Dwight J. Eisenhower.
Oh, okay, there you go. Lead belcher, that one is still sealed, so I don't want to use that one yet. Is this one the one I'm on? No, that's Mechanicum Standard. I think that's the lead belcher I'm after. Although this one looks... No, that's not the one I'm after either, because that's the one that's officially dead. That's dead, I think. No, actually, this one might be okay. Let me just pull that fucking tat out. Yeah, no, that's good. A blood belcher. Nice.
Give it a pat on the head and a biscuit.
Who's a good boy? I'm a good boy. Yes, that's right, Lead Belcher. You're a good boy.
Okay, now it's getting weird.
Don't we talk about?
The moment you start moaning, I'm ending the call.
Oh yeah.
Right, bye.
Oh dear. At least I'm not saying yarn.
Yeah. I love how people... So felinids are an official abhuman in 40k.
Okay.
And everyone draws them as, like, cute cat girls, but I've seen some, like... They don't really have a lot of presence in 40k.
No, true.
Like, the only abhumans you really see are Ogrin and Ratlings. And it's just... Oh my god. It's just... It's a thing.
Does
and they look
Does
like...
that mean that Red Dwarf is official 40k lore? With cat?
I mean, I guess kind of, but the felinids look a lot more feral than they do with cat. But the community has decided to ignore those like official illustrations and go, yep, no, there are cat girls at the Imperium.
Indeed. And we salute them for their service.
Yeah, when they're not stealing your shit.
And that was a worrying period of my life when I was just getting into anime, and yeah, I had a weird fixation on cat girls. Two specific cat girls: the cat girls from Dominion Tank Police, which was the first anime I ever seen.
I think the first anime I ever seen was Dragon Ball Z, and my mum turned it off when I was like 7. I was like, it's too violent. Anime is too violent. And then I sat down and started watching Bleach and got 500 episodes in and went, I've had enough.
Yeah. I don't know what she's talking about. Too violent. Bloody hell, he spends 4 episodes fucking screaming at the sky.
Yeah.
That Spirit Bomb fucking thing was the worst fucking thing. I don't know how I sat through it as a kid. I guess there was nothing else on.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I was a little bit weird when it came to watching television as a kid, because I always wanted to watch cartoons and I didn't really care for things like Sabrina the Teenage Witch and stuff like that. Like the real, like the real life shows.
Yeah, I used to watch Sabrina and the Teenage Witch every now and then. But yeah, no, I did like the cartoons. SMTV Live in the mornings. Cat Dealey. And
I did find an animated show that I love and almost nobody's heard of it.
Which one?
Stormhawks.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. Can confirm.
It was brilliant.
The one,
Like honestly,
the one I like that no one's really heard of is Bucky O'Hare.
sorry, what?
Bucky O'Hare.
Oh no.
Never heard of it? Oh, it was so good. Bucky, Captain Bucky O'Hare. I had the.
God, I'm making a fucking pig's ear of this.
I had the one of the ships. It had you could launch like claws, and the claws were actually quite chunky pieces of plastic. So I used to hit my sister in the back of the head with them a lot, which was very funny to me. So there you go. Yeah, Bucky O'Hare was good. I used to also enjoyed Count Duckula.
See, that's a weird one because like a lot of the cartoons that I wanted to watch always happened after the time I'd had to leave to get to school,
Oh yeah.
which is kind of annoying. Even when I don't know what it was, but it's always the cartoons I wanted to watch. It were always around the time I had to leave for school. And this is back when like I could walk to school in like less than 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and I'd be like, ah. Which is really irritating because I never actually watched all of Stormhawks. I watched a bunch of repeats. But never actually sat down and watched the full series because it was always. I only got to watching it because I spent 2 weeks at my grandparents'
Yeah.
recovering from surgery.
Yeah.
So I was basically kind of like pretty much living at my grandparents' house for like 2 weeks. So I got to sit and watch cartoons in the morning. And that's how I found Stormhawks, and I fucking love that show.
Nice.
It was just. I can't remember much about it, I just remember absolutely fucking loving it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it was. I feel it was good enough to get a second series, but I don't think it did.
Oh.
But they just repeated it a lot, and I watched most of it, and then I started being well enough to go back to school, and I never saw it again.
Oh. That's a pain. I bet it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
I bet it's all on YouTube now.
Oh, we got 3 seasons. Holy fuck! All right.
Oh dang.
Yeah, 2000. Fucking hell, 2007 to 2016. What the fuck?
Nice.
Hey?
Hey, you got something to
I've
watch
got to
now.
find more of this. Yeah, I do.
Jackpot.
to see if it's on. Yeah. Well, I wonder if it's one of those things of like they released 2 seasons and then like 8 years later they released a movie.
Maybe.
Oh, it's not on that site. Okay. I have to go digging for it.
I'm sure someone's got a copy of it somewhere.
Probably. I think. So the other thing about anime as well is that like a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm into anime." Say, "Oh, have you watched One Piece?" And I go, "No."
Yeah, no,
They go, "Oh, it's really good." And it's like, "How many episodes is it on?" "Oh, like 1,000 and something." No, yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, no, I refuse to start anything that I'm more than 1,000 episodes behind. So I'm not going to watch Naruto. I'm not going to watch Bleach. I'm not going to watch
One Piece.
One Piece. Although I did start One Piece because I was bored and it was on Netflix. It's all right. One Piece is fine. I wouldn't say it's the best anime ever because that anime is Soul Eater. And I will hear no argument. Soul Eater is the best.
I think the longest anime I've ever watched was Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Okay, I think I own that on DVD, but I've never seen
So
it.
there's 2 versions of Fullmetal Alchemist. There was one that they made originally, which sort of went off on a bit of a weird tangent because they ran out of source material,
Okay.
and then they rebooted it as Brotherhood,
Yeah.
where the source material had finished.
So they actually had a story to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Because I remember watching the original series of Fullmetal Alchemist,
Yeah.
and then it got to a certain point that it just kind of ended because they didn't have anything else to go on, or they hadn't released the next season. And then I started watching Brotherhood, thinking it was the sequel, and I was like, I've seen a lot of this stuff. And then
Okay.
it was how they dealt with one of the main bad guys, Greed.
Yeah.
It's how they dealt with him when I realised, oh, they ran out of source material.
Right.
So they rebooted it a few years later when the series had finished.
They did that with Hellsing, didn't they? They released Hellsing Ultimate many years after that. I just had so much better animation, and it was better told.
Yeah, but who cares about Hellsing Ultimate when you got Hellsing Ultimate abridged?
Yes. Oh, did you ever see Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged?
Yeah.
Yeah. There is one. My favourite line in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged was a guy's catchphrase, and I don't think I'm able to say it on Twitch. It's something time, but I'm not allowed to say the something because.
Oh.
Actually, no. I think I am. Technically, I don't know. It's raping time. Hello, Quirrell. Welcome in. Welcome back. Sorry, we butchered your name last week, and we're butchering it again. How are you doing?
We're talking about Hellsing Ultimate abridged.
Well, I was talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Ultimate abridged. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is very fun. Was it Bandit Keith, the guy's name? The Bandit Keith was the guy's name I think I'm talking about.
I don't know.
I don't know. He had an American thing. It was like, in America was sort of his catchphrase. Every time he said something, it was like, in America. Yeah. How are you doing today, Bro?
How do we pronounce your name?
That is
just out of curiosity.
We never actually asked. We just sort of guessed and then moved on.
Yeah.
My guess is Crow, like the town. One day you'll get it. Nice. You good? How are you
But
doing?
today is not that day.
Yeah, we are good. We are good.
How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm getting a little bit pecky. So I'll make something after stream.
Yes.
Because I made the mistake of buying. I don't think it was as much as it actually is. I think. So I bought a 900 gram jar of sauerkraut.
Nice.
Are we doing something? Thank you. I've only done the chassis. I still need to do a bunch of bits on it. But I think that was including the weight of the jar and the water, not just the sauerkraut itself.
Probably.
Yeah, so I think it might be less than that. But I'm 3/4 of the way through it, and I bought it in. When did I buy it? Because I've been memeing about it in a friend's Discord. Hang on, let's have a look.
I mean, if you read on the back of the jar, it will say, once opened, please consume within 2 weeks. That's what it's going to tell you.
Yeah, but it's also been refrigerated, so shh.
Yeah.
It's also sauerkraut. It's fucking pickled.
This is
It'll
true.
be fine. Where am I looking? I'm looking at that.
I do like a little bit of sauerkraut every now and then. It's good stuff.
It is.
Goes really well with a hot dog, I find.
I bought it in January.
Excellent.
Hey,
Skippy, welcome in. You made a stew like Mum used to make tonight. Nice.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah,
my mum didn't make stews when she got home from work. She kept making stir fries.
Yeah.
Because it was quick and easy.
When we make stew here, we call it scouse.
Really?
That's
why's that?
Well, it's our native dish. I think it's Liverpool's. Oh my God! Look at that! I've just accidentally painted red on something. Fuck me.
Oh no!
I was doing so well.
Wash your paintbrush, load it up with water, and then paint over the red. If the water's wet enough, or the paint's wet enough, it should just paint. It should just thin the paint to the point where it's almost non-existent.
I've just ripped his arm off. It makes it easier to clean.
Yeah. She was rare. It used to be potato salad or tuna salad for 3 or 4 days on the trot. Ah.
Well,
I think I should eat more. I do need to eat more tuna. I've still got 4 bloody cans of it in the cupboard. I need to do something with.
Yeah. Well, I've. Well, it's fine. Whatever. Anyway, I've ripped his arm off now, so I'll paint it and then I'll put it back on.
I now hate tuna. There. I'm the same with stir fries. Like, they're good every once in a while, but you know.
Yeah,
either that or something quick and easy.
Yeah, my mum, bless her, was not a good cook. I went off to uni and like I learned to cook like immediately, so much better than my mum. So I became the cook when I came home. So yeah.
At least you're not like you didn't have parents that grew up in like who were like adults in the 60s or 70s in America. I'm gonna make a fucking fruit salad, and it's just weird shit encased in jello. Like, God, why?
We call that shit jelly.
No, like it was worse.
Oh,
like jelly I don't mind. I'm talking like things that should not be encased in jello were encased in jello, like tuna.
Red.
As a good example. Yeah, it was.
Whereas we had prawn cocktails a lot.
Yeah.
That was like the go-to starter as a kid. And do you know what? I do miss the go-to dessert from back in the day. The Knickerbocker Glory. Oh yes.
You know, we didn't get that down south. We didn't.
Oh, give me that fucking long spoon and fill that fucking very, very thin glass with all of the ice cream and stuff.
I remember reading about it as a kid, but we never had the money for it.
Oh, it's so good. Whenever I used to, me nan and granddad used to take us to a restaurant in Southport every time it was someone's birthday because they fucking love the place. And yeah, every time I used to ask for that. Oh, it was so good. That was my dessert of choice.
I kind of lost my sweet tooth for food, at least, as I've gotten older. Like, I've found that I very rarely order dessert, even if I do.
Yeah. A bowl of buttered sweet corn. I mean, I'm on board with buttered corn because corn on the cob is just a classic side. Put a corn on the cob, just absolutely rinse that fucker with butter, and I'm in heaven. But a bowl of corn with butter, I don't know. It feels like it might be too much butter. And I don't know why the butter in a non-corn format becomes too much. In a non-corn
It sort of depends. Format. It sort of depends. Like when I make mashed potatoes, I don't use milk. I just use butter.
Yeah, I use both, and sometimes if I'm feeling very extravagant, I'll use some Philadelphia as well.
I do have some Philadelphia in the fridge.
Yes, bit of Philly. Cheesy mash, yo. The greatest.
I remember at LARP, use both, fair enough. I remember at LARP once, it was deceptively cold.
Yeah.
Wife uses me in mashed potato, in mayonnaise.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you lot are fucking wrong ones, you are. Mayonnaise in mashed potato.
Mate, alright, I'm going to tell you something, but tell me about your LARP thing, and then I'll tell you something that will make you wince.
God, okay. That was my reaction. So I was at LARP, and at the time I didn't quite understand how cold it got on the site, because it had been about 4 to 5 years since I last went, because of health reasons.
Yeah.
That, and I fell out of contact with the group, and it felt awkward. I didn't feel like I had it back in with the group to go back.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, it's health, not a lot I could do about it. So we're there, and I got wet and I didn't realise. So I sat down on a bench. because my character had been wounded. So I was just like, I'm just going to sit here, and somebody came up and dressed my wounds, and I was like, all right, okay. And I don't remember nodding off.
Oh dear.
Because I got cold.
Yeah.
And I woke up to the person whose character had healed me, and one of the refs looking me in the face like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, why?" It was like, "You like just nodded off for like 30 minutes." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And they didn't realize this, but they looked at my back, and it was just mud.
Oh no.
Because I hadn't realized that I had. So what had happened is that I had in the process of sliding and rolling over in combat, hadn't realised I rolled through a mud patch. And I thought, oh, it'll be fine. It'll dry out. Just went about it, and I thought it'll be dry. It'll dry off quickly.
Yeah.
So I went into the cottage because the site they were using had a cottage and it had a fireplace.
Nice.
And one of the people who was attending had pneumonia at the time, so he was sleeping in the cottage with the fire going to help his pneumonia. He wasn't well enough to sleep in a tent, basically.
Yeah.
So I went in there, wrapped a blanket around myself, and sort of tried to nod off a little bit, and it wasn't really working. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get up and sort of start moving around. And I didn't feel cold at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't feel cold and wet, and I moved a little bit, and all of a sudden my back was just cold and wet. I went, yep, no. So I went back to my tent, got changed, and somebody very nicely hung up my shirt and trousers in front of the fire to dry out overnight, so I could wear them day. And as a result of being cold, I didn't quite realize how cold it was until I realized when I changed out of my clothing how much warmer I was, and the fact that I was shaking.
Yeah.
So they put me in the kitchen where somebody had basically been in there all day, because this cottage had a kitchen. That's how we cooked food for everybody for the evening.
Yeah.
And I was asked to do the mashed potatoes, because I thought, oh, a bit of physical action, that'll get me warm, get my core temperature up. And I was given a 10-litre bucket of potatoes, a potato masher, and I was told there was milk and butter in the fridge. And I was like, right. And I was like, right, okay. So I sat on the floor in the kitchen with this bucket, and I was just mashing these potatoes, like going at it as fucking hard as I could, to try and warm up.
Yeah.
And the person who was in the kitchen was a bit arsey. He goes, oh, can't you do that somewhere else? I was like, do you want me to take this, like I'm here because because I wasn't sat with my legs splayed out. My legs were crossed.
Yeah.
To hold the bucket in place while I was mashing these potatoes. I was fucking going at it. Really, really going at it.
Yeah.
And just as one of the refs walked in, just as I started adding the butter, and they went, so how much butter are you going to use? Just as I tipped, just staring at him, just eye contact, just staring at him. And I just tipped the whole block of butter into the potatoes and kept going at it. And he went, oh, that much.
Yeah.
And I was fucking going at it.
Bet they were delicious.
Going at it. Well, had I had more of a workspace, I would have cut the block of butter up, and sort of strategically placed it and then mashed it around. So it was mash, mix, mash, mix. I was slowly adding milk and stuff like that, and then got a spoon and did a bit of a taste test, and I was like, still a bit lumpy. Mash, mix, mash, mash, mix, mix. And I just kept going and going and going.
Nice.
I think I did that for about 20-30 minutes. Bearing in mind this was like a 10-litre bucket.
Oh man.
And spoon, taste test. Okay, that's good enough. And the amount of people who came up to me and went, I understand you made the potatoes last night tonight, and I was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, they were really good. Nice. And so yeah, I would have added salt and pepper, but we didn't have any, so that's up to you to add. So I don't like doing that when I'm cooking, when I'm helping cook for other people. I don't like to add salt and whatnot.
Yeah, just in case.
Because I want. Well, there's that, and also if you want to add it, then you add it.
Yeah.
If I was doing that at home, I would have added bit of garlic powder, bit of salt, bit of pepper.
Anyway,
or if I'm feeling particularly fruity, I might add just a little bit of Worcester sauce.
So, oh my god, I did not seal that apparently. Right, that hunk of paint can come right the fuck out and go there. There you go. Just don't want to.
White Scar. You'll forever be shit.
Yes. So, well, shall we get back onto chat, because chat has been chatting whilst you were saying that. Do you also like pineapple on pizza? That is the question.
Well, that was directed at Undead Skippy, but I'm ambiguous, to be honest. Depends on the topic. Like ham and pineapple, no, but it can go with some other topping.
Ham and pineapple is one of my favourite pizzas. Us up north, we do love a good Hawaiian pizza. You can keep your Hawaiian shirts. I'm having me pizza.
Is that digging me wearing Hawaiian shirts?
No, it was just a continuation of the conversation, I guess. But yeah, it was a callback, I think, is the technical term. But yeah, no, yeah, I love a bit of pineapple on pizza. So, what I was going to say that horrifies certain individuals, and as you are from down south, you may also be horrified by this.
I want to point out, I'm not from south. I'm from south.
South. Yeah.
Southwest.
So, every area has got their they have things that they like to put on chips. Go to a chippy and you say, I'll have chips with X on top. Some people like gravy, some people like curry sauce, some people like cheese. What's the standard chip order? If you're having a portion of chips with something on
I don't have one. So there's a like a almost 24-hour place near me. We're talking like it's open from like, well, depending on where the students are here, it's either open from like 6 o'clock in the morning to, or maybe even 5 o'clock in the morning to like 3, or it varies, but it's open like at most like 20 hours in a 24-hour period.
Ooh, mushy peas. Now that sounds like a Yorkshire answer to me.
I love a good mushy peas, but that's a treat. It's not a standard.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 people who order the chips with something on them around where you are, what would it be?
Probably cheesy. The most when I'm in there and there's loads of other people, particularly students, the thing that gets ordered the most, from what I hear, which is not conductive of the South as a whole, is cheese.
Yeah. Sorry, my dog has just come up to me with his rope and it's just like, hi.
I need attention now, please.
Yes. Ha 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 ha. One.
But
to the floor.
The lads in this shop sort of know me. They know me by face because they've seen me before. Particularly the guys who've been working there a long time. And there'll be a period where I don't order from it for like 6 months, and then there'll be a period of like a couple of weeks where I go there like sort of 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Just because it's more of a case of like, I'm up late, I can't be fucked to cook, I can't be fucked to do dishes, I need something hot in my belly before I go to bed.
Yeah.
And I'll go in there, and they always think that they know what my order's going to be.
Oh.
But I order just enough variation to keep them on their toes. So there's a period of time I go in there and I'll just get chips.
Yeah.
Or they'll go in there and there'll be a period of time where I get cheesy chips.
Yeah.
Or lately it's been curry sauce and cheese.
Nice.
Or just chips and curry sauce. I used to get, annoyingly they've changed it, but I think that's because the actual ownership has changed.
Mm-hmm.
But they used to have a range of burgers called the Fat Bastard.
Oh, nice.
So you had the Fat Bastard, which was two burger patties, cheese and bacon. The Fatter Bastard, which was 3 patties, cheese and bacon.
Ooh.
The Even Fatter Bastard, which was 4 patties, cheese and bacon. and the fattest bastard ever, which was 5 patties.
Oh man, you couldn't even get your mouth around that shit.
No.
Me
I
and-
never. I only ever ordered the fat bastard. I never ordered the fatter bastard, the fatter, even fatter bastard, or the fat bastard.
Me in the
Only
US,
ordered-
says Skippy, thinking about this question, like, cheese and ranch is nice. You see, ranch is something we don't really get over here. It's a salad dressing more than anything else. But you don't really just get ranch as an option in a takeaway here.
I think the closest you could get to it would be tartar sauce, is my understanding of what ranch is,
Okay.
but with less bits in it.
Yeah.
That's my understanding of ranch.
Okay. I would have thought salad cream, maybe?
Nah. No.
Okay, fair enough.
Salad cream is simultaneously too savoury and too sweet.
Okay. Interesting.
Occupies that kind of like weird area. But yeah, no.
So, okay, let me tell you what the there are a couple of options for your Merseyside chip situation, and there's one that is very specific to where I am. Like even people in Merseyside think it's grim. The one that's very specific to where I'm from is chips, cheese, and mayonnaise.
Oh, I've had that before.
It's dead nice. It's probably my favourite. But there is a place near where I am who does the best chips, cheese, and gravy. Oh my god, it's so good! It's like various types of cheese melted underneath some gravy, and then some parmesan on top of that.
Oh, you dirty bitch! Work the shaft.
Oh, it's so fucking good. Man. And it's like fresh parmesan as well. Oh man, salty and delicious. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, chips, cheese, and gravy is like that's it's something that we and the Canadians share. Magnificent.
I haven't had it in the longest time, but this is back when I was a kid, and I go up to see my dad up north,
Aye.
like Wolverhampton area. You can't see it, but I eye rolled.
Ah.
And there was one time he actually had a bit of money for once, and we went out because it'd just be that had gone up, not me and my sister, just me. And I went up, and we got we're gonna go chippy because I wasn't there for very long. Normally I'd be up there for like a week or 2 weeks, but I was only really up there for like 4 days.
Yeah.
So I went up, and we got takeout
It's
for
nice.
the first time ever.
Okay.
And I was in a bit of a weird place with food at the time, so not long come out of hospital from having a Crohn's flare up. So I was in a bit of a weird place with food because we were still sort of umming and ahhing whether or not it was diet based that was causing flare ups.
Yeah.
Turns out it wasn't. It was stress.
Okay.
So I got a fish cake like butty,
Yeah.
and I put chips and mushy peas in it.
Nice.
So I got chips on the side as well as the side of mushy peas, and I put it's gonna sound weird, not like a lot of vinegar. I didn't drown it in vinegar, but there was a noticeable amount of vinegar, as well as what else did I put on? God, it was a fish cake bab with mushy peas and chips, but with quite a bit of vinegar
Now,
and a little bit of ketchup. It was the fucking best thing I ate. I think because I was actually starting to like food again, it was the best fucking thing I ate.
oh, nice. Right, here you go. On a fish dinner, fish supper, is gravy an acceptable option? Because we put it on our fish suppers up here.
Are you talking like a chippy tea?
Have your fish, your mushy peas, your chips, and your gravy. And when I say gravy, some people go, "What the beef and gravy? What the fuck?"
I don't know if it's fucking shitty South gravy where it's runnier than fucking water. Then no, it's thick gravy.
Yeah, this is stuff. This is gravy you can pick up.
You stick your spoon in it, sort of thing.
We could eat it with chopsticks. That's how thick it is.
That's probably a bit thick. That's probably a bit too thick for me.
That we like it up here, up north.
Yeah. If there's one thing about my dad and stepmom that I really do like is the fact they did turn me on to thick gravy, and can't. If I have gravy with like at Christmas, if it's not thick, I don't have it.
Yeah.
Or unless I feel like I really want it. But otherwise, when I'm at home, I do make thick gravy, which is really weird because like my grandparents grew up in Lancashire and Leeds. And then moved down here for my granddad to follow work, basically, as a bricklayer. And my mum and her brother moved down here as kids, so they would have had thick gravy.
Yeah.
Or at least it would have been like a part of that part of the country's culture. But for the entire time I've known, well, the entire time that I've been alive, they've never served thick gravy. It's always been the watery shit. And I've never understood why.
Plastic southerners, bloody hell.
Well, what's also really odd is that, like, my grandparents haven't lost their accents. Well, my granddad in particular really hasn't lost his accent, despite the fact that he hasn't lived up in Leeds since he was like 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he moved down here when he was in like his early 30s, and he's now 80. So he spent 50 of his years in the same town, but hasn't sort of lost the accent.
Right, I'm doing this.
Which is mad.
Right, here we go.
Whereas I've got like this sort of weird accent. Like if I'm outside the West Country, you really hear like the A's and R's. I noticed it when I was up in London. The A's and R's.
The U's and the R's.
Like I'm sat there going, I'm like, and I found myself correcting myself not to overpronounce them, because I found that my friends were like A's and R's, eh? And I'm like, I don't know what it is, but like when I'm in London and I've had a couple of drinks in me, it really comes out. Like really comes out.
Nice.
But then I've had people like online who come up to me and go, "Oh, are you like from this place in the UK?" I'm like, "No, I come from the southwest." I come from like idyllic countryside. It's like, "Have you seen Hot Fuzz?" And it's like, yeah, that's the area I come from.
Oh,
you know, just with less, greater good sort of shenanigans going on.
Apparently doesn't have an accent. Everyone's got an accent. Everyone has one. Don't be afraid of it. It's fine.
But I think the more time I spend online, particularly talking like on stream and stuff like that, I think mine's sort of become sort of the generic homogenized British accent. So it's like almost like a little bit of everything somehow.
Yeah. I mean, I very much have a Merseyside accent, I think.
Yeah.
There's a good theory about accents. A lot of the northern towns had like a lot of smog and pollution because we had all the factories and stuff. So we
was this. Did you hear about this from Rob Brydon's podcast?
Potentially.
So I had an advert about this exact fucking thing.
And so and especially in Liverpool, we had all of the docks and stuff, and it was very smelly. So we'd learn not to speak through our noses. We learn not to breathe in through our noses, so we say "eh" and "ah" and "e" a lot of the time, and we don't. We speak very. We don't use our nose at all. We don't breathe through our nose when we're speaking. There you go. That's how it's done. And also to get rid of the phlegm, we had to. Yeah, the microphone's not picking that up, I don't think.
What?
Yeah, so we say chicken on a can of Coke.
Chicken on a can of Coke?
You sound Scottish saying that.
Yeah, that's my main issue. I don't know what it is. My accents either when I try and do a regional one, always seem to, unless it's very specific, always seem to drift into Scottish. I don't know why. But then again, I also play with Scottish lads every Saturday night, so
That's true.
I'm in Armour 3. So that might be why. But yeah,
Okay.
my Scottish is okay. My Welsh is just fucking awful.
You mean the accent or the old language?
The accent.
Yeah, so I
Well, like you know when you like when you try to do like Southwest, you put on your farmer's voice.
well, you see,
You know?
the way I put accents on is I find there's an entrance phrase. Like I'm trying to do the sort of East Anglian farmer sort of thing. Like, ooh, arr, I've got a brand new combine harvester.
Eastern Anglian.
Oh, whatever.
East Anglian.
It's the farmer voice.
That's Southwest. You fucking know it.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I've got a brand new combine harvester, and
It's because East Anglia are so devoid of fucking culture, they had to nick it from us.
Whatever. They're all farmers down there anyway.
Or pirate.
Yeah. Yeah,
Smugglers.
I find my southwestern accent does sort of devolve into pirates very quickly. I can't keep a Welsh accent up either for very long at all. That devolves into Jamaican. And
I'm sure they love that.
yeah, I think the Scottish accent's the one I can keep up the most, and also a sort of pig Russian accent. Just Eastern European, generic accent. Yeah, I think I have finished a model.
I have not.
Yeah, you're going to be on that for a few weeks now, I think.
But considering I'm only painting it on stream, yes.
Yeah. There's a bit of white here that just will not finish. It will not go flat. I'm just going to keep adding coats to it until it happens.
I do think you need to get like the actual paint version of this Liquitex ink, because there is an acrylic paint. I think you really do need to get that. It'll be so much better.
Maybe.
I bet the level was couldn't understand anyone. Yeah. Like it really depends, because like, there are some people in the Southwest that I cannot understand at all. The same with there's always going to be regional accents in the UK that even if you come from that, you're just not going to understand.
Yeah.
A la Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, I think for us, what's the accent nearby? I think it's probably St. Helens, the St. Helens accent, because it's like a weird sort of mishmash of the Lancashire accent and the Scouse accent, and it's just, it just feels weird. On Wigan as well, they've got some weird accents going on.
Yeah, but that's Wigan.
Yeah, true. They do some good pies though. They do good.
They
pies.
do. Doesn't excuse your accent though.
True. So yeah, I'm gonna. Oh no, there's a little tiny bit there that I haven't done. Where's the Abaddon? Abaddon. There it is. Its little glovies haven't been painted properly yet. And also, I haven't decided what colour I'm going to do the bike. But yeah, I'll do it in bone, not bleach bone, in the white. Got basically a little toenail on it.
Yes, because fish people with hooves make sense.
Yeah, of course it does. Got claws. Little trotters. I'll leave that there to soak while I paint his little gloves, little mitts.
What we're going to call it there soon. I just realised it is 20 to 11.
Yeah, we should probably call it here. Let me just finish this this guy's hands, and then we'll crack on and go get some food, because I had noodles delivered before just as we were starting, and they're probably cold now, but never mind. Right, there's one more colour actually I could do with using. I think I wanted to do Steel Legion Drab for it, because there's some leather. I think that's my steel. No, that's Balthazar. Oh shit! Gold! Oh my god, there's like one piece of gold on this model. I need it done.
Liverpool was wild. I went with my mates in Concert Square, sit down to have some shisha, and the kid no longer than 11 came over and asked if we had any gear.
Yeah, Concert Square is a horror. It's a silly place. We don't go there.
Oh, I was in London for a friend's birthday. I was explaining the story to Mum. I just come out of a period of really heavy illness.
Yeah.
Like really heavy. And I was like, sort of, it's kind of silly. I kind of put myself through what I like to call self-imposed rehab, which is basically learning what it is to feel emotions other than pain and sadness.
Okay.
And sort of learning what it is to feel things other than that, not just like emotionally, but
you were
physically as well.
You were that robot that says, "What is love?"
Yeah. And I went up to bear in mind, I was 3 months out of this big operation. We're talking like between 13 and 16 hours on the operating table, with heavy restrictions on what I could do.
Yeah.
Prior to that, and I mentioned that I was like, they saw me like I think it was 8 weeks after the surgery, so this would have been January because I did it at the beginning of December, and it's like, how do you feel you're doing? I was like, yeah, I feel like I'm doing okay, I'm getting there, it's a bit of a pain that I can't do X, Y, and Z, stuff like that. And it's like, but I am planning on going to London in March. How do you feel about my recovery so far? Because, if they say, no, you're not ready, and I was like, well, we'll tell you what, we'll schedule the appointment. When are you going? I was like, I'm going up around the 17th. And it's like, okay, well, we'll schedule an appointment for like the week before, and we'll see how you're getting on. But you're doing all right now, so what we'll do is we'll remove some stitches that they had to leave. They had to leave, basically. So remove those.
Yeah.
10 out of 10, do not recommend.
Okay.
But honestly, no. Like, when you're sat there with your mum and 3 other nurses while the 4th nurse is picking out stitches, not a fun experience.
Yeah.
Not because I was kicking off, just because they had to keep me absolutely still while they were doing it.
Yeah. 1 out of 10. Do not recommend.
Yeah.
Zero stars on Yelp.
Yeah. So that happened, and they saw me sort of semi-regularly to make sure I was doing it. So yeah, I'm doing all right. And I got to the week before I was supposed to go up because I'd already booked everything in preparation of them saying yes, which is a bit ambitious.
Yeah, yeah.
And I went, yeah. There's like, honestly, like you've recovered really well. You've made some lifestyle changes that are really good. So yeah, I think you're absolutely fine to go up to London. So all right, banger. I got on the train. Bear in mind, I've been awake all of Friday. One last dressing change because I'm not going to be around. I'm not going to be available Sunday to do one. So I'll be up. I'm going to London. So I booked the 11:45 or the 11:45 p.m. train from Penzance to Paddington. I don't live in Penzance, but that's the main line. It's a sleeper train. But what I didn't realise was that the train doesn't take 6 hours to get to 6 hours from the stop that I was at to get to Paddington. They just kick you off the train at 6. So it actually gets there in the same amount of time as it would during the day. So I'm sat at Paddington Station having not slept a fucking wink on the train.
Oh no.
And I'm in Paddington Station and I go down to the tube station and I'm like, oh, it's shut. Okay. So I just kind of potted around the station for like an hour, and somebody came, the fucking traffic police came up a couple of times. We're like, you alright? Yeah, I was waiting for the tube station to open.
Oh dear.
And it's like, yeah, it's not open all day. It's like, oh, I thought it was. I was like, no, it's not. And I was like, okay, when is it open? Like 5. And I was like, alright, cool.
I got caught short once. It was grim. I had a dodgy chicken for me tea. Because dodgy chicken shops is a London staple, I went to the tube to have a really dodgy shit, and they were locking up, and I was like, "You have got to be kidding me! Please, this is a life or death situation." They were like, "No, mate, bye." I was like, "Fuck!" And I eventually found a pub that was right next to Westminster, and I defiled their toilet.
Why did you do that when Westminster was right there?
I know, right? There were decent people in power then, you know. What can I do?
Anyway,
Yeah, I think we're done.
we are. I do need to finish the story because it's so funny.
Carry on. I'll play some more.
Sorry. So I finally get on the tube at like 5:30, and I'm in Camden for 6 in the morning or something stupid.
Yeah.
Just because like there's nobody about, there's no people to navigate around, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, fucking hell, for a city that supposedly is going 24 hours a day, it's sure nobody fucking here at 5 in the morning. So I get on the Circular District line, round to my stop to change onto the Jubilee line, and I get off in Camden. And the amount of fucking litter that's on the street in Camden at 6 o'clock in the morning is abysmal.
The street
as well as the amount.
They send street cleaners for like 8 or something.
Oh no! I got there just as they started. At 6 in the morning, and the amount of tents as well from homeless people was incredible. So I'm on my phone, I'm making my way to where I'm staying, because I'm staying just off of Camden. I'm not staying on Camden, because I don't have that kind of money, fuck. So I get to my accommodation just off of Camden. And I'm sat there and I'm like, okay, I said, opens at 8. I was like, alright, cool. Luckily there's a street light right above the entrance, so I just sat and read my book. And then somebody comes up on a push bike and starts unlocking. It's like, are you waiting to check in? I was like, yeah. It's like, how long have you been waiting there? It's like, since 6. And they kind of looked at me like, how in the fuck have you not been stabbed? You know. And I get in there and it was like, yeah, I kind of cocked up my train timing. I thought the train was going to get into Paddington for 6, and it really didn't. And he's like, Jesus, dude. Like, I was like, yeah. So it was very kind of like, is it alright if I have a shower just to sort of wash the travel off me? I was like, yeah, go ahead.
Right.
Oh, excuse me. So I go in, I shower, and I text my friend. Bear in mind, at this point, it's like, go in, have a shower, do necessary medical stuff. And I was like, well, when do you open check-in? He's like, well, it's been like between 10 and 4 is check-in. So I was like, alright. He's like, I can look after your stuff if you want. I was like, alright, like fucking golden. So I dig some stuff out of my main bag to put in my everyday bag that I plan to use while I'm there. And I go off into Camden, and I text my friend saying, don't rush, I'm in Camden. Bear in mind, this is now like 8:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
Don't rush, I'm in Camden, but you know, I'm about to lose charge on my phone. Where do you want me to meet you? Because I'm not gonna have a phone battery for you to ring me in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh my god, why are you in Camden? I said, don't worry about that, just answer the fucking question. And she said, this place at this time. So alright, cool. So I go into Starbucks and while away the time for about an hour. And then I go and meet my friend. But like, at fucking 8 and half 8 in the morning, I had 4 people come up to me and go, good cooking? Like, it's 8 in the morning, no! Fucking no!
Oh man.
Like, I'm risking my chances with coffee, because coffee just doesn't agree with me. But yeah, Jesus.
Oh man. Yeah, last time I got offered that, it was in the pub on the Christmas do last year. And
Oh.
yeah, and he was just like, oh, you want a cheeky little bump? He didn't have a Cockney accent on, and I was like, no thanks. It's like, oh, I'm just over there if you want. If you change your mind, I'm like, thanks, I guess. He was
I'm good.
He was really polite about it. Right. The dog is now
Breakfast of champions. I think that's just the standard Londoner's breakfast, to be honest.
Yeah, and the
Get through the day of working in London.
The other one was I was walking through Liverpool, and I was a teenager back then, and this guy came up to me. I think he was Jamaican or something, but he had a very thick accent, and he was like, "Hey, you guys want any weed?" I was like, "No thanks." And he's like, "I can get I can get you a lump as big as your fist." I was like, all right. No thanks."
No, thank you. I got asked that in my city because there was a time where I used to go out with like I still do wear turned-up jeans, boots, Harrington, and flat cap, and I was just walking to meet mates, just sort of again, whiling away time before I meet mates. And this dude came up to me and said, "Got any gear, mate?" Like, wanting to buy it off me. And I was like, "No." And it's like, "You're fucking dressed like that and you don't have gear. What the fuck is wrong with you?" And just walked off. And I was like,
You were dressed as a dealer,
"Fuck
I guess.
me." Fucking apparently. I think the thing is, I had my hair cut the day before, so I had like a number 3 all over. So I think he mistook me for a skinhead or a Trojan.
Yeah.
So he thought I must have had gear, and I was like, no, I don't.
Right.
Right.
Shall we call it there? Let's
call
do
it.
the show and tell, and then I'll go onto the Discord and we'll see what's been posted. So, would you like to show the ladies and gentlemen your work today?
Well, I have done. Well, I finished the red mostly on
Nice.
the Rogal Dorn. I have started. I want to try a bit of an experiment with the headlights.
I can see
So
they're
I've got that
bright.
prepped. They are very white. That's because I'm going to put orange and yellow washes on them
Nice.
Separately. So yellow, I think orange first, then yellow, and then a mix of the two, and see how we get on. And then I'll go back and do the details. I've done most of the metal that's going to be metal.
Nice.
Obviously, still have a few bits to sort out there. I don't know if I'm going to put a little bit of a wash on the rivets because it's such a big tank. You'll actually see it.
Yeah.
But the only sort of red wash I've got is either Druchii Violet or Berserker Bloodshade. Berserker Bloodshade is what I've used for the leather on the straps.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know whether or not I want a different wash for that one. So I'll give that a think over the next week and see how we get on.
Nice. That's some excellent progress there. Let's
Yes,
show
thank
you my models. I've got my face on camera right now, which is different for this. I've actually got 2 different face cams at the moment, like that. So here is my stealth suit that I
Go around and paint all the rivets. Yeah.
Here's the stealth suit that I finished today. I did go for the green on the face.
I think that looks good.
Yeah, I think it looks alright, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So this is the guy I've finished. He's got his little blaster, whatever it's called. Okay, there's a couple of bits that I need to tidy up, but I'll do that next week when I'm doing the final stealth suit. Obviously, it's a bit of white that I over liberally did. This guy is fully nulled and ready to be painted properly. But he's getting there, and this is one I finished earlier. And I did the green eye on that as well, too, because I pre-finished him. So
I do like the green.
I
do think that really suits it.
It's a little group of stealth suits there. Little trio of
Hey.
dudes.
Chunky dudes.
Yes, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think of that? Alright. Shall we go to the Discord? Don't know if you want to join us going to the Discord.
I don't know whether or not you'll show. Will it show on your camera?
I will show it in a second. There you go. Oop, I believe that'll work. Yeah, there you go. Way.
Yes. Hey.
So-
Picture within picture.
Picture within picture. There you go. We'll swap that very quickly. So, here we go. Crew. I think that's how you pronounce. Please let us know how you pronounce your name, by the way, because we still don't know. Has posted the Lord Solar right here. Lovely one.
That's very well done.
Yeah, man. I love the brass. That is so good. Is that base standard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
think so.
That's pretty fucking sexy, man. That's a good base. I like a model with a good base. Oh, hang on. We've still got
The tactical rock.
Yeah, a nice tactical rock. Sweet. We've got this one that you posted earlier, but I can't go onto that because it's X and I refuse to go on it.
Yeah, I couldn't find it on Blue Sky, so.
Yeah, Monkey King has done this Templar. Look at that.
Very nice.
Yeah, the blue highlights. I hate edge highlighting. I can never make it look good, but that looks from a distance looks pretty good.
Do you know how you get around that?
How'd you get around that?
You basically dry brush it to the point where, but you wipe away the paint so there's basically almost none on it, and then just very lightly over the edge.
Yeah, I have done dry brushing before that has worked. If I ever bring my broadside battlesuit down, I'll show you, because that's the most successful dry brushing I've ever done. Oh, and the D&D model I did for my orc, my half orc. I did some really good dry brushing on the on his cape. Anyway, so crew again. Apparently did this the painting to this point in one day, which is insane.
Yeah.
That's a very productive day's work, that is.
If you can do that in a day, you should start doing painting commissions.
Yeah, man.
Jesus, dude.
That's some heavy work. I want to see this plasma rifle, plasma cannon. I want to see how that looks at the end. Because so do give us an updated photograph on that, please. This is Monkey King, who did. That is a very bright orc. He said he wants to do different colours of his orcs, so they've got different skin tones. But I find that to be a very bright green.
Yeah, I mean it's in keeping, ain't it?
Sorry, Bird's trying to hump Puppy and telling him off. Yeah, that's the green there, and that's as far as I got last week. So I think that's us all caught up. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Cornish, for joining us today.
No worries.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Right, I'm gonna hop off and do the outro on mine, and I'll see you next week.
See you next week. Cheerio.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Right. Okay, you lot, I think the Paint Club has been successful. Lovely stuff. So thank you very much, everyone, for being here and watching us paint some Warhammer. It's always lovely. Thank you for chatting away. Thank you to Niall for the 50 bitties and the subscription. Thank you to everyone for watching. If you did enjoy what you see here, do hit the follow button over on Twitch and the subscribe button over on YouTube. And you can join our Discord and post all of your Warhammer at us so that we can review it every week and we can tell you how lovely your models are. I think that's me done. I'm going to go and eat some noodles. Have yourselves a fantastic night,